Hello there, good morning. I can't see Bex, where are you? There you are, in our jungle.
We're here.
Lovely to have you company. We don't know where to stand because these are so huge, aren't they?
That's amazing.
They really are. But welcome to YouGarden TV. My name's Shaun Ryan. This is lovely Bex Edwards. We're with you for the next 3 hours and we've got some amazing deals. The cordial lines, when you see the price of them, they're absolutely outstanding. Just before we begin, we have got some freebies. While we show these, you need to guess the price of the cord lines, but our freebie with every order today is always use the code YGTV48, these gorgeous tulips, which are called Angel's Wish. And they are stunning, aren't they?
I do love these.
Ooh.
Now, I think these are in our premium, collection. They're absolutely gorgeous. Yes, they create these pure white tulips. They have this lovely flash of that buttery yellow on the edges there. They're part of the first sort of single late variety, so they're slightly later flowering when it comes to your tulips, but still in May time you're going to get these, and 8 of them. But the point of it is they're absolutely free with purchase today.
And they are worth the best part of £10. So all you need to do is use that code YGTV48. All of you regulars, good morning. You'll probably know that we are still doing free postage when you spend over £30 or more. And a lot of you've got really quite clever shopping with us, and you really do spend over £30 and you don't pay any postage, which is great if you buy some of the big stuff as well. Talking of big, shall we begin with these beauties, Bex?
I mean, we're just in love with these. We waited until right at the end of the show, didn't we, yesterday, to bring this out.
So you might have missed them.
And actually, so that's why we've brought them out first of all. The cordyline itself, so it's an amazing price. It is for one, but the reason we've got 2 of these out is that we've got an amazing deal on the pot that we put them in. So we think maybe if you can stretch to it, it might be an idea to go for 2 of these, because at $14.99, I mean, we think that the RRP of $19.99 is just just not
I agree.
right anyway.
I've got quite a few cordlines in my garden, and I would have put a YouGarden price on these of around about $29.99.
Yes.
But
for the size of it,
yeah.
I mean, let me just pick mine up so you can see. Look, it's in the pot here. It's a really big established plant already,
and
isn't
mine's the same.
Exactly.
All from our nursery, freshly picked today. There you are. Instant drama, instant architecture, winter hardy, but just the most amazing price. And we are getting close to December, aren't we? The 1st of December tomorrow. I feel like we're in the jungle now, don't you? Let's just tell you about the cord lines out, because we've suggested that you put these in pots, and they do very nice in pots.
Yes.
Should we just quickly give the details of the pots? Because the quarter lines are so big, they really lend themselves to the Hendrix pots, don't they?
I think cordyline themselves are great as a pot plant anyway. I've got mine in a pot. They can go into the ground, absolutely, but I do think they work beautifully in a pot. And these Hendrix tall square planters, these are big and they are beautiful, and they are at an amazing price today. They were one of the popular items yesterday, actually, weren't they?
Well, they're actually half price. I mean, for the size of them and the quality, you get 2 for £24.99, working out £12.50 each, and they are incredible.
They really are.
And that cord line, I think, is going to be happy in there probably for the rest of its life.
Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right. Yes, these would live beautifully in here. I've seen a lot of these gorgeous displays actually with cordylines in these pots, and a little bit of bedding around the side of them, because obviously as the cordyline grows as well, it forms that lovely trunk, so it gets a little bit taller, doesn't it? And you get this gorgeous spray of leaves at the top, and it's amazing.
And they are winter hardy, so I know it's a bit frosty and stuff at the moment. Don't worry. If it gets really cold, what do we do, Bex?
All we do is we tie them up nice and gently. Just a little bit of twine around here. This is probably how they're actually going to be delivered to you as well. So just a little bit of twine around here. It stops that centre from getting all damaged or too cold or anything. And then all you do is release it and let it go again.
Oh, well, I do that.
I do as well. I mean, if you want to make instant impact in a space, ready?
There you go.
Boom! Yes, you're going to fill that space gorgeously.
So, I mean, if you do the maths, 2 of these, just under £30. The pots are just under £25. So, just under £55 for 2 pots, 2 cord lines, and you get your free bulbs, and you would get free delivery as well. That is really good, isn't it?
It's really, really good, and this is going to look so impactful, I think, either side of your doorway or either side of a conservatory, you know, just sort of that symmetry and mirroring either side of something. That's going to look very, very impressive. And the plant itself, this is Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit holder, so absolute proven performer, tried, tested, as you say, winter hardy down to about -5. Not one that we really need to work too hard on or look after, and they look this good.
And the colours in the leaves are really good. Now, honestly, this time of year you can get some really great deals here at the YouGarden Nursery, and this is one of them. The price is amazing, and I just hope you take advantage of it. Now, lots of you joining us. If you want to say hello to Bex and I, we do love it. Elaine's already watching. She's always there. We love you, Elaine. Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us again.
But it's surprising. We are getting new viewers every single show, even though obviously it's not peak season for gardening, but we are getting more and more joining us, which is lovely. But yeah, we really like it when you say hello. Any questions, then please ask. We will do our very best to answer. Normally we come between the pair of us, but if we can't, we will consult our head gardener, Peter McDermott.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
He knows his stuff.
Yes. Oh, Craig's in today.
Craig's in, he can help us.
There's a whole team here that have got a really, really broad horticultural knowledge. So between us, we should be able to answer any questions and any queries. So don't miss out on those. The Cordylines, absolutely amazing value today. $14.99, 680-236.
I'm going to move it out of the way.
Are you going to move them out of the way?
I'm going to move them out of the way now.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, shall I move mine as well, though?
Yeah, let's put it down now.
By the way, we have got lots of Christmas coming up that's been reduced in price. Yeah. So we've got real Christmas trees, both potted and cut.
Wreaths.
Wreaths.
No, those are the wreaths.
They're the wreaths. Yes.
What's that one called? That's a wreath. That's a
garland. There you go.
Struggling again. Struggling with my words this morning.
Yes.
No, we're going that way.
Nickname Judy Garland. Right. We've also got for you this morning some fantastic buskets balls. Oh, it's catching this, isn't it?
Yes!
I'll try them again. We've got some fantastic Buxus balls for you this morning.
Yes, we have.
And they have a pair for $24.98. That's better, isn't it? And what I love, they've already been cut and shaped for you. I always think Buxus look very... In a garden, I think they give it a bit more of a structured, formal look potentially.
Yeah, they can, absolutely. You'll see them a lot actually in sort of Instagram gardens,
and stately homes
and things. Yeah, they add a touch of class, I think,
don't
they?
They do.
These have been grown for several years already, and they've been trimmed sort of multiple times throughout the year in order to give you that gorgeous ball shape, which is what we're looking for from our Buxus balls. These are absolutely beautiful. They always look this good as well. They're evergreen, so they always look fantastic. They really don't require much maintenance from you, do they? Because you just need to trim them once, maybe twice a year in order just to keep that lovely shape going
with mine, it's just literally if a few bits, sometimes you get a few bits that are bit straggly sticking out. But yeah, it's just that gentle trim. Just use some sharp secateurs, obviously. But it's an all-rounder, it looks good all year round. It looks like this 12 months a year. It
really does. Yeah. It looks absolutely beautiful. And as you can see as I'm moving it, look, it's really good, healthy, it's quality. There are some sort of cheap alternatives that you can buy. And what you'll find is if you move them around, you don't get all that lush green going on in the middle of it. You'll see you'll sort of, it's bare, basically. But this is the quality that you're getting with Buxus box balls.
I used to have a flat in Leeds, and it had a very exposed balcony, and it was hard to get things to grow. I got there in the end, but I did once buy 2 plastic Buxus balls, and they looked awful.
Yeah, they do.
They did.
This is where I'm wary of buying plastic for starters. Let's reduce the amount of plastic that we've got. But I'm also wary of buying alternatives, because you end up with a lesser quality.
Yeah.
You end up with lesser quality.
And these are really high quality. They're going to look great for years. And I just think Buxus, it does definitely add a little bit of sophistication to your garden. Many formal gardens have Buxus. I've got a formal garden at the front of my house, and I've got Buxus with lavender, and it works really well.
Yeah, that works really nicely. And the price that you're getting today for your Buxus balls, honestly, because these are a premium item, they're definitely a desirable item, so they do often come with a fairly hefty price tag. So to get 2 of them for $24.98, and bear in mind that if you are a club member, you will also get a 10% discount off those as well. Plus, if you get your order to over that £30 mark, we are going to deliver free of charge. Oh, not free of charge, but free postage. Then the value really starts to come down. Then
anything that is totally winter hardy, and these are, of course,
indeed,
would be backed by that lifetime guarantee. So if these do not thrive, if they don't deliver on every single level, then just give us a call, contact our customer care team, And we would replace them free of charge. All you'd pay is the postage again, so do bear that in mind. But I love Buxus. I think it's great.
I think they're really, really classy. So yeah, I do love these as well. Great if you want to keep them in a pot. They look beautiful in a couple of pots, and we've got lots of pots to show you on the show today. So they are a perfect pot plant, but I also think these look great sort of evenly spaced along the side of a pathway or, you know, within a border or something. They look wonderful like that. Yeah, just like that in a pot.
They're really
beautiful.
nice. And at Christmas time, you might even want to get a few small little sets of lights, you know, the little battery LEDs.
Yeah, love that.
They look really nice.
Yeah. All lit up, twinkling.
Yeah. I love getting the garden looking festive for Christmas. I always do some nice displays at the front of the door of my house, you know, lots of nice winter pots and Christmas pots, so they would look great with some LEDs.
Yeah, I agree. I can't stop touching it. I can't stop stroking it, actually. It is lovely. I like it.
I do that with my hair when it's just been shaved.
That's a bit what it's like.
A pair of those at 500094 at just $24.98. The postage is $6.99, but as Bex has just said, we will remove that if you manage to tip your order over £30. Now, coming up next, we have got the Nandina Obsessed.
Yes.
And all the plants, you've got to bear in mind, it's the last day of November today, and these have all been picked from our nursery. We are positioned in our potting shed amongst 11 acres of plants in our nursery. So how good does that look for almost December?
It absolutely looks stunning, and this is one of the beautiful things about investing in a Nandina. They always look good.
Yes.
Every single season of the year, this has something that's going to interest you and delight you, and it really does start to come into its own as the temperatures start to drop. Nandinas, I think, are one of the most popular things that YouGarden do. In fact, I saw outside when we arrived. Did you see?
Yeah.
There were trolleys and trolleys full of Nandinas. There was also trolleys and trolleys full of the Holly Standards, which we'll be bringing you in a little while.
Yes.
But yeah, they're incredibly popular, and that's because this will delight you every single season. As the temperatures drop, the colours change. The colours change leaves. The leaves change colour, but they don't drop. This is not a deciduous plant. The leaves stay on here all year round. They just have this wonderful colour changing property that happens with the temperatures dropping. So you get these gorgeous kind of burgundies and bright reds going on, and it's lovely and luscious and green and lime green during the summer months. You also get berries and flowers on here throughout the spring and summertime as well. So this really does have something to interest you in every single season. It's beautiful.
In terms of height,
this one's
a bit more compact, isn't it? This one.
No, this one's the bigger one.
So
the
1
Obsessed.
metre?
Yeah, 1 metre to 1.2, and maybe a spread by about 60 centimetres.
So not huge, though.
No, not huge. Obviously, we've got Nandina Firepower, which is within our Head Gardener's Red selection. So that one's this more compact one. So this one's slightly bigger. Wonderful if you want it in a pot.
Yeah,
and
that's great.
Mine's in a pot. I absolutely adore it. But you can happily put this into one of your mixed borders.
And again, you know, if you wanted to make this a bit more festive, put some little lights on there. But it will get more red the colder it gets.
Colours.
So right now, I mean, these have actually, we've noticed these have changed colour in the last week or so, because obviously the temperatures have dropped a bit.
Well, the green has got more kind of olive green. It's gone from limey green to olive green, and it's going to go burgundy, and then it's going to turn into that really bright red colour.
They are just gorgeous, aren't they?
Well, it's something you can create, you know, a festive look from as well with that red colour that you've got going on.
And the price we've got today is amazing. We're only talking £12.99, down from nearly £20.
Amazing.
But yeah, if you've got an Nandina, we would love to hear from you. You know, they are one of the top sellers here at YouGarden, and they do look good all year round. And I know I often say, but if you've got a small garden, a lot of modern gardens are small, you know. The building companies try and get as many houses as possible.
As many as they can.
So that means gardens are smaller. So you want, you know, if you've got a small garden, you want plants that earn their little space, and this really does. It looks great every day of the year.
Yeah,
really does.
When we say earn its place, this one is definitely one to put into that category. It totally earns its,
if I was
earns
a plant,
its position.
I'd quite like being an Nandina. Imagine waking up every day and looking good and looking interesting.
Not having to put a load of makeup on. Do your hair.
Got no idea what you're talking about, guys.
You always look good.
Do you know what? I'm such a scruff sometimes, especially when I'm out in the garden. I don't care. If I arrived today, my hair was everywhere. I literally washed it and not even like, you know. I
could tell you'd washed it this morning. It was all fluffy and sticking up.
I look like a dandelion, I really did. I have put a bit of gel in it now, so there you go. That's as good as it gets.
I've got a hair appointment this afternoon.
Have you?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to get rid of my grey roots, which you can't see because I cover it up with the spray.
I was going to say, really?
It's really grey. I'm going this afternoon. It's all good.
See, what I do, the reason why my hair gets shorter and shorter is every time I go to the hairdresser, I say, "Oh, just cut the grey out," and it's like, oh. So yeah, it's like every time it's like
skinhead.
Yeah, it's like it's like all the grey. I'm like, well.
All of it? Are you sure?
Yeah. So yeah, you want a full skinhead then? I was like, oh. Anyway, that's an Andina. We're going to move on though to our Salvia cherry lips. These are only $7.99, buy one, get one free. Do you know, I've only recently got into salvias the past few years, and I had no idea just how much they performed in terms of flowering, because mine has been a massive colour all summer long.
Yeah.
I haven't checked it. The last 2 days, by the time I've got back from work, it's been dark, and come to work, it's been dark. So I don't know what it looks like now, because obviously we've had a few frosts. But up to a few days ago, it was still covered.
Yeah, well,
it's amazing.
I don't have salvia in my garden, but there is a house just down the end of the street, round the corner. I know, right? I do.
Yeah.
I do. But they've got one out the front. It's more mature, so it's really nice size. But theirs was still flowering. It's still got loads of these gorgeous flowers on there. And this one kind of has a colour changing thing going on with the temperatures as well, because if you get a really hot summer, you tend to get more of the colour, whereas if you get a slightly cooler summer, you'll get more of the white colour going on with the flowers as well. So that's really quite interesting. So another one that has that colour changing properties depending on the temperature. But yeah, this flowers for such a long time. It normally starts in around... I just love the shape of them. How cute is that?
Well, you know, you can see why they're called cherry lips, can't you?
You know? Really can. They normally start in around June time, and they just keep flowering for you, don't they? Like, as we say, normally around till October, but, you know, all the way through November, the one in the house around the corner from me has just kept going, and it looks absolutely beautiful.
Relatively fast growing as well, because mine has grown a lot in 2 years.
Yeah, I imagine. So about a metre by a metre is what we're talking for height and spread. So 3 or 4 feet height and spread. Absolutely great in a mixed border, or is it? And, you know, this would work great in a pot, actually, just, you know, on its own in a pot, giving you that gorgeous display all summer.
And what I'll say is, although the individual flowers they're not huge, because you get so many of them, it is quite impactful.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they're small flowers, but because there's so many, it does really stand out, doesn't it? You want to avoid really exposed areas. It does want a slightly sheltered position, and it doesn't want to be in too waterlogged an area, but that's the same for the majority of plants, isn't it?
And sun or partial sun?
Bit of both, to be honest. Sunshine, I think, will be great, but I think it'll cope with a little bit of shade.
Mine gets afternoon sun, and it's loved it there.
I think as long as it's getting 4 or 5 hours worth of sun in a day, it's going to be absolutely fine.
56654. It is a buy one get one free, and postage is included. I mean, just if you're, you know, I hope you put together a big order today. But you know what? If you just wanted to buy the salvia, okay, if you think, I like the look of those, for $7.99, you'll get 2 of these, and you'll get your free bulbs worth $9.99. Where's my board for the
right
bulbs?
over there.
Hang on, let's.
While he's doing that, I'll show you the roots.
Yeah, go on. I don't mind moving around.
Because we've got a really good quality plant here as well. You know, the root structure on here is nice and healthy. It's lovely, and look at those roots on there. This is going to be absolutely brilliant, no matter where it is that you're going to plant it out. And it is a buy one, get one free. Put one in your basket, enter that code YGTV48. We will automatically put the second one in your basket for you. And you're going to get those free bulbs included as well. There's the basket.
And we've popped in a few other things there as well.
Now we're losing the abracadabra. There we go. So just put your salvia cherry lips in. We will automatically add another one. Put your code in. You'll get those bulbs.
So we're getting. I mean, look, that you delivered $7.99.
Wow.
That is really. I mean, come on.
That's so good.
In fact, Bex and we were having a chat about working for YouGarden, weren't we?
We
before
were.
We had a little chat. And we both said, because, you know, both of us worked for, you know, in shopping TV for many, many years. And we said, and Stu does, who's the head of technical. And we're just saying, we're really proud to work for YouGarden because we're proud of the products, we're proud of the plants, we're proud of the way the company's run, the customer service. Yeah. You know, and we were talking about price, and we said, you know, our pricing is really good, and that's a prime example. Delivered 2 lovely salvias and a big packet of those tulips, 8 big tulip bulbs.
Yeah, I don't like the price when you look elsewhere.
Yeah,
and you look around, what we're actually bringing you is really good value, and that's something that we're actually really proud of. And I was just totting it up in my head. Between us, we've got over 60 years in that kind of business. So we've seen and done quite a lot of things. That's quite scary, isn't it?
That was the 3 of us.
That's the 3 of us.
I wasn't even the 2 of us. I was like, how old am I?
No, between the 3 of us, we've got over 60 years. So we've seen and done quite a lot in that time.
And Peter McDermott, who's our head gardener here, he's worked in horticulture all his life. And most people that work here are very passionate about gardening. Yeah. In fact, a lot of people that start here, if they leave after 3 months or within 3 months, it's not because they just don't get gardening. But those that stay for a long time because they just love it and they get really into their gardening. So it is lovely. But yeah, that gives you an example. If you just want to put together a little order or a separate order, you could get those today for $7.99 with free delivery and your bulbs as well. Glorious but we have still got lots of Christmas things coming up. We've got holly, we've got wreaths, we've got, what was it, Bex?
Judy garland.
Ah, well done, the garland. And we've got Christmas trees, all reduced in prices, so bear that in mind. Do come through and say hi. Right, another little, a real little deal today.
I've got to put my nose in it, sorry.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, the smell.
Oh.
You don't just need the flowers on it to get the scent.
No, I know.
Honestly,
just do that.
Scent is so glorious. I love lavender.
That wakes you up, doesn't it?
It's one of my...
It's supposed to make you sleep, but that's waking me up.
It is one of my favourite plants to have in the garden because... Well, a few different reasons. You get such a long flowering period from it. It normally starts around June time and it just keeps going all the way through to September, into October time sometimes. The bees and the butterflies adore it, don't they? And I love being that person, who's inviting all the bees and the butterflies.
I know it sounds daft, but I always knew bees were important, but I run a garden club and a gentleman, Mike Wyatt, is a bee specialist.
Yep.
And he did a whole talk about bees and it was like, oh my word, without bees...
We're done.
We really are.
We're done for. So yeah, we do need to provide a habitat for them. So if everybody had even just one lavender, you don't even need a big border like this, but just one lavender, you'd be amazed at how many bees and butterflies there are. Mine is absolutely humming with life for months during the summer. It just keeps going.
And I planted lavender from YouGarden. I actually think, I wasn't sure if it was 2 or 3 years ago, and I did work it out, it was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But the plants were this kind of size. I planted 20, and this summer they were magnificent.
Yeah.
I did a whole border full of lavender. And look, there you go. Planted my, but there's my buxus balls as well, like at the back.
They look great.
But lavender looks so good with buxus. We had the buxus on earlier. But that whole border, 20 plants. And it's a massive border, and now it is absolutely covered.
And this is lavender hidcut, which is the English lavender.
Yes.
And you were saying that you find the English lavender to be better.
Personally speaking, I've just found it's been easier to grow.
Yeah.
It likes sun, but mine is kind of semi-sunny, but it's done well there. Well-drained soil. It hates like wet, soggy roots. And it's fine in poor soil as well. You think about lavender, where it really doesn't mind poor soil either. But it just does not like wet, cold roots. But it's easy, but I do. Yeah, where I am, I've just found that my French lavender didn't do quite as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure
you're good with lavender.
I'm sure it's English lavender I've got, and it is gorgeous. It is, it's one of my favourite things. I've got a border just down the side of the driveway. I think I planted about 12 or 15 of them down there. Again, they were this size, and over a couple of years, they really filled out. I'll find a video. I'll send it to Stuart at some point so you can see them. They are gorgeous, and they're so easy to look after. All I do at the end of the flowering season is give them a little bit of a haircut to trim them back, because then that helps the next year to get that lovely mound that you get. If you don't trim it back, you get leggy and it gets holes in it. But it's so easy, and it's drought tolerant. It really doesn't need a lot of water.
That's a good point. That really dry summer we had the year before last, lavender was fine.
Lavender was absolutely fine.
I forgot to mention, by the way, if you are a brand new viewer, and I know we get brand new viewers every single show. Yeah, good morning. Welcome to YouGarden TV. Shaun and Bex. We're here every Wednesday, every Thursday, 10 till 1, and a Sunday, 10 till 2. But we do have a discount club membership as well. Yeah. Most of you I know that watch regularly are members, but if you want to save 10% on all the plants and the compost coming up, all you do is become a member. You can do it on your first order, so you can get your discount with your first order. We have got two types of membership. They both give you the same benefits. One is auto renewal, and that is £5 currently. It was £20. That is for the entire year, but it will automatically renew if you don't contact us and say you don't want it to. So, honestly, I think it's the best by far. It's only £5, or you can go for the 1 year membership, £10. I think about 96% people, really high, go for the auto renewal. And if you do go for the auto renewal, your price will never go up. So it's £5 for the rest of your life, basically, which is brilliant. And these are the benefits. You're going to get 10% off every plant and accessory order, 5% off every outdoor living and gifts order. We'll even give you back £20 worth of YouGarden vouchers. You can use those throughout the year, one every 3 months, and exclusive offers, competitions, and expert advice as well. So honestly, the club membership is absolutely amazing, and most people do join. If once you've bought a couple of things, which you think, actually, I might as well be a club member. Just quickly, we do want to remind you of these little things. You big beauty, you.
Aren't they gorgeous, though? These are the Cordyline Torbay Dazzler Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit holders, proven performers in our gardens. What you get from a Cordyline is elegance, structure, shape. You get wonderful contrast between the sword-shaped leaves on here and the kind of rounder foliage that you get on other plants. And the thing with the Cordyline is that they look great all year round.
Yeah, they do, actually.
They really do look amazing all year. They're very, very easy to look after. As they grow and get bigger, what they create as well is kind of a trunk, kind of a stem. So as the leaves fade, all you do is you cut them off, or sometimes when they're really gone, you can just pull them off, and you get this stem growing. So you're almost creating like a tree shape, and then this wonderful spray at the top of here as well.
I mean, these will be, several years old.
Yes.
But they were really good. So I just cannot, we both cannot believe the price. Honestly, if these were on the show at $29.99 each.
Yeah. I'd be saying that's a reasonable price. I genuinely would be saying that, because obviously you can buy smaller. We brought you smaller. We brought you one sort of this size. Yeah. So these are definitely established.
I bought the cans.
Oh yes, they're pretty, yeah.
Lovely, but they are about a tenth of the size of these. It's going to take a long time.
You're going to be waiting a few years for them to get to this size, definitely.
But instant architecture. They look absolutely amazing. It's one for $14.99. You can, most people, I'm sure, will go for two today. And Bex is just showing you in the winter, if it's really cold. I mean, they are winter hardy. They are winter hardy.
Down to about -5 is what we say. But you don't want that centre to get damaged, because if the centre gets damaged, I mean, it'll probably just send out new shoots from the side, but then the centre, you won't get that lovely spray going on. So what we suggest is that you just tie it like this with a little bit of twine, just to protect that centre.
And you could, put a little bit of fleece over that, but only if it's really cold.
Only if it's really, really cold. We definitely are urging you, if you can, to go for the two, because we think that this would look amazing either side of a doorway, either side of a conservatory. But we're also saying that because we've got an amazing deal on the pots that we put them in as well. Now it's a double deal, isn't it?
The pots did sell really quickly yesterday, and they're really big. I mean, they're dramatic. They will really look fantastic. And this price is for a pair. So if you want the Hendrix pots, two of them, normally the best part of £50, but today on YouGarden TV, just £24.99. 130522. Loads of viewers begin to join us.
Oh, Millie, Elaine, Olwyn, Jan, good morning to you all.
Yes, morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Please let us know what you're interested in. Let us know what you're buying. Let us know what you're doing in your garden. That would be great.
And have you put your Christmas decks up yet? Are you even thinking about it? Is it too early? Is it too late? Because you probably noticed we've gone a little bit festive in our potting shed, but we have got some great wreaths, garlands, and Christmas trees coming up, and they're all on our website, of course, as well. And the garland at the front there, by the way, is £15.
Same with that, by your head as well, the wreath. It's just $14.99 today. That is amazing. And I've been looking at some of the prices. I went out and about shopping yesterday. It's a really good price, because these are living. These are made of real fir.
And they're already pre-decorated for you. So they will be dispatched first week in December, so starting tomorrow.
Yeah, that's 1st of December tomorrow, by the way, everybody.
So
just over 3 weeks to Christmas. No, 4 weeks. I can't work it out.
3.5 weeks.
3.5 weeks.
3 weeks. 3 weeks this Monday.
Got to dig the advent calendar out. Oh my word!
I don't do an advent calendar anymore.
Oh, it's for the kids.
Oh. Although I did see it, there is a gin one you can get. I quite like the idea of that.
I quite like. I mean, there's some amazing advent calendars out there, isn't there? If you want to spend the money, some great ones.
I just don't know that it's a good idea for me to have a gin one.
No.
Although they're only tiny, aren't they? Yeah, I don't know. That's not a good idea, probably.
No.
But anyway, yeah, let us know if you're putting the decks up, and let us know if you're buying any of our Christmas trees on us, because our prices are amazing.
Yeah.
And we've got those coming up a little bit later on. But yeah, lovely to be with you. But Bex, we always arrive, and Stu is over head of technical, we always arrive happy at YouGarden, don't we?
We do. It was a gorgeous drive this morning.
It was.
I actually stopped and took a picture, because as I was driving along, I drive along this river, and the sun was just poking up over the horizon over there, and it was
you showed me, it was lovely.
Was beautiful. It just made me smile this morning.
And Bex, when you arrived, what was waiting for you here?
A donut and a coffee.
Yeah.
You can't resist his cheap donuts. 50p again, wasn't it, for 4?
Yeah, for 4.
Donut for breakfast.
So I like to get us all a coffee to get us going, and then this supermarket on the coast, it's got these home baked donuts, and every morning they're 50p for 4.
And there's 4 of us, isn't there?
Yeah, so it's like perfect. But I have this debate every day. I'm like, not the money, obviously, but it's like, should I really get them? I was like, for 50p, I was like,
it's Christmas.
I know, so yeah.
Can't use that excuse.
So we started off the day well.
You can't use that excuse in April, okay?
No, I know. Hey, I worked out if I came to work there.
Yeah, I never do that.
Oh, I did. I was good this morning.
There you go, you deserve a donut.
Yeah. Whether I should have had the bacon roll as well, I don't know. But anyway, there you go. Say your picture.
That's the picture. I posted that this morning. Look at how beautiful that was. No filter on there. I have done nothing to that. I stopped the car. I took that picture. How beautiful is that?
Amazing.
And then check this out. There's the donuts.
Oh, stop it!
Well done, Stuart. That's awesome.
Oh, God.
Can't resist a cheap donut, can you,
12.5p a donut. Come on. I'm embarrassed now.
No, that's
embarrassed.
Brilliant. If you do want to follow me at all, by the way, my details are down the bottom
donut
there.
Stories.
Facebook and Instagram, those are the details. And we can also follow our lovely Shaun Ryan, presenter and plant man, can't we?
If you want to see my weight loss journey in January, after all these donuts, I'm Shaun Ryan, presenter and plant man.
I'm sure
on Facebook.
Stuart will find those. There they are.
There you go. It's SHAUN. So yeah, we'd love it if you want to follow us, because we do put a lot about gardening on there. Right, let's get back to gardening though, and we have got this gorgeous convolvulus right now for you. It's a double up deal, one for £14.99, 2 for £23.98, known as silver bush. The leaves, the foliage on this is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
I adore the silver bush, and this isn't one that I've got yet, so I kind of feel like I need this, because so you get these gorgeous flowers on here, and I'll come to those. I don't want to diminish those in any way, but can we just take a moment to really appreciate the beautiful foliage that you've got on here? It's just the colour, the texture, the way that it sort of shines in the light and the sunlight is absolutely incredible. I really do love the foliage on here. It's so pretty. It has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, so this is a proven performer, that's the word I'm looking for, in our gardens. They've trialled it, they've tested it. It is proven to work well.
That accolade, that award, it does give you a really, a lot of peace of mind, I should say, because it is a proven performer.
Yeah.
It is going to deliver, and it really is very suitable for UK gardens. Doesn't the foliage look great for this time of year, though?
I adore it. I think
nice,
it's so pretty. Yeah, I mean, it's evergreen. So this is, I don't know what that is, but this is going to look absolutely gorgeous all year round. But you also then get these gorgeous flowers on here.
I mean, now let's be honest, it should not be flying now.
It really shouldn't.
But
it's supposed to be sort of a summer flower.
Yeah.
I don't really understand why it's flowering.
With climate change,
I don't get it.
Plants get a bit confused nowadays, but even if yours doesn't arrive with flowers on it, you're going to get that absolutely fantastic foliage. Likes the sunny position. I've had these at the backs of rockeries before, actually.
You've had them what?
At the back of a rockery before.
Oh yeah, they look really nice there. Yeah.
Yeah, at the very back.
They don't get massive, do they? These are only a couple of feet.
I would say 50, 60 centimetres.
Yeah, they're only a couple of feet height and spread, so they don't get huge. So I think they'd work beautifully in a rockery or in a border or in a pot.
But I was going to say, we have got some amazing deals on pots today, haven't we?
Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to start with this one. I brought two. Because I think that these would work ideally in either of these.
I like this one,
So this one's the Diablo.
Yeah.
And we have got an amazing price on this at the moment.
It's got a bit of a kind of vintage look to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, I quite like it. It's a bit antique-y. It looks a bit stone down here, and then you've got this sort of brushed metal effect going on at the top
Almost
here.
looks patinaed, doesn't it?
It does. He learnt that word yesterday.
No, you learned that word yesterday, Bex.
We relearned the word. I like it. But your silver bush in there, I think works really nicely.
Do you know what would look good as well? You know your free tulips that you're getting as well? There's white. Imagine the white tulips
around the edge.
Yeah. I can really see that.
Yeah, that would be beautiful. So that's your Diablo. Yeah. So I think that would work really nicely with your
I'm going to get some of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to the $11.99?
$11.99. They're on a deal at the minute.
Really good.
Or, I don't know, maybe. What are they called? Medley.
We were learning the names earlier, weren't we?
Or the medley, maybe.
Yeah.
I quite like that as well. I do enjoy the medley. I've got this one at home. I can't remember what I've got planted in it. But you've got a lovely kind of brushed silver finish to this as well, and with the lovely decorations on here. Both of these pots, by the way, are made of plastic, but they are UV stabilised, frost-resistant plastic and designed to last you for many, many years to come. Benefits of buying the plastic is that they are obviously lighter weight. You don't crack and break them as easily as you can with other ones. So it's 130127 if you want to go for your medley planters.
And actually, if you just go on our website, generally speaking, the more you buy, the more you save as well.
You must always enter our code though, please. YGTV48 is the code for this week, because that will unlock all of the deals for you, and it will obviously give you your free gift and your free postage.
Yeah. And those tulips are absolutely gorgeous, and they're worth the best part of £10. So you get 8 of the Angel Wish tulips free with every order as long as you use code YGTV48. But we're going to move on to the choice here, and I nearly bought this last week, but I've decided I am going to buy this one. And one of the reasons I'm going to buy it is because it looks so good foliage-wise in the middle of winter. You know, a lot of like most people, a lot of my plants are now dying back. Some things completely bare now, just twigs. But this has got great foliage all year round. Having said that, this is at its most glorious in March, April time when it does this. And it just gets covered in flowers, doesn't it?
It really does. And they're the most fragrant of flowers as well, because they have this gorgeous kind of citrusy orange scent to them. And this one is definitely one of the very best, evergreen, compact, hardy shrubs to give you all of that year-round interest. There are various varieties of choice here. I have one. It's gorgeous. I don't have this one, and I really feel like this one is quite outstanding.
Bex, has your choice, you've got slightly bigger leaves?
Bigger leaves, and they're more yellowy in colour.
Yeah, because this is like, the leaves are a little bit more delicate looking.
Yes.
I mean, they're not delicate. They're
a bit more feathery, aren't they?
But it's got really nice foliage, but honestly, this will become a ball of white. That title, White Dazzler, is perfect because it will dazzle you and it will be covered in these white flowers, and it has got that mock orange scent as well. You may get some flowers like a second flourish in autumn time, but March, April, you are going to get the most incredible flowers on here. It is stunning, isn't it?
It's a really, really beautiful plant, and it has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, so it's a proven performer. Choices are so ridiculously easy to grow because they really don't require much attention from you. They have a nice, neat sort of habit with the way that they grow as well, so they don't need any kind of special pruning or trimming or anything like that. You might give them a little prune just to maintain the shape of them, but they don't get leggy and grow out of control. They grow in that beautiful shape.
And I like that, Bex.
Thank you.
Yes.
I quite like that as well.
I've got these pots, my mum's got these pots, and we love that. I think they've got a really nice kind of classy look to them. And I think I just love the finish. I love that, you've got the branding at the bottom. I love this design here.
Yeah. It's the colour for me. This is your boxwood planter.
Yes.
So the colours of them work really well. And I think they can highlight the colour of the plants and the foliage and the flowers as well. So with this one, you'll get the lovely contrast against the green foliage, but also once it's in flower, you'll get that lovely mirroring of the white with the creamy colour of the pot. So yeah, this one's a really good one.
And we've got it in either the brown or the green. The green is on offer right now.
Oh, very good.
It's a deal price of $9.99. I actually love, I love both of them, but I prefer the green.
It's quite classy, isn't it? I think it's a classy pot.
I think it is. And it's a little bit, I think it's a bit Mediterranean looking.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But we have got great deals on our pots today. We really, really have. And there's a whole section of pots on our website. In fact, you can shop the web. Don't forget, you don't just have to buy things from the live TV show. You can buy anything off the website, but always put in our code, which is YGTV48, because then you get your free tulips and the best offers that are currently available. Do you know what would be nice today? Because I know a lot of you lovely people watching are members of our club. Let us know what you think of the club.
Yes.
Yes. Let us know, are you a club member? How much money do you think you've saved so far?
How much money have you saved, Shaun?
A lot.
A lot. Well, you placed a lot of orders, haven't you?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, I got my money back in the first week or so, I'd say, So.
Well, I think I got my money back from joining the club within my first order.
Yeah.
It paid for itself. And then over the year, those savings are just going to keep adding up, aren't they? Every single time I place an order.
I love it when I see those savings add up. I really do. So, yeah, let us know, if you are a club member, what do you like about the club? How much have you saved? Have you used any of your free vouchers as well? Yeah, we would love to hear from you on the group chat on Facebook and, of course, on YouTube as well. Right. Elaine's just messaged saying she's got the boxwood but could do with a few more. It's a lovely pot, Elaine.
There you go, Elaine.
Good taste, Elaine. I've got
brown
these.
or the
Mum's
green,
got
it's
these.
entirely up to you. Which one's this one? This one's the brown,
Green.
right? Or is this the green?
That's green.
This is the green.
Yeah, the brown's like an earthy brown, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So anyway, let us know. Now, we've got a bit of magic for you next.
Yeah, we have.
Look at this. This is our rose. Abracadabra.
Love
Oh,
this.
who sang the song? There's a song called Abracadabra. I want to reach out and grab you. Do you remember?
Oh, I want to reach out and grab you.
Yeah.
Abra, I'm not allowed to sing it, am I? We get in trouble.
You like to sing it?
Abracadabra.
And nobody'd recognise that anyway, Bex.
Who sang that then? Do you know?
Who was it? Oh, that's annoying now. Anyway.
Was it Steve
Steve Miliband?
Oh, there you go.
Yes, well done, Stu.
Not Ed Miliband.
He just Googled it. No, definitely no. Right, anyway, Abracadabra, our gorgeous rose today. Now, this is... That's good. That made you laugh, didn't it? Yes.
It's good when you laugh at your own jokes, isn't it?
That's good. Right, this is the rose abracadabra that we have got for you right now. It is a bare root. We'll explain how to plant it in a few moments' time.
Yes.
But let's just indulge ourselves in the gorgeous nature of this. I mean, how amazing is that?
It's so incredible. I mean, modern breeding is just phenomenal, isn't it? The things that they can come up with, the things that they can create is just absolutely stunning. Here, I mean, every single bloom that you get on here is going to be so different. But you get these lovely velvet red colours going on with that buttery yellow stripe going through there. It's a really unique variety of rose for your garden.
Imagine, having that rose as a cut rose in a display inside. But look amazing.
Wow. Yeah, and the thing is, you would be able to use this as cut flowers because this is a floribunda, so this is going to, it's going to continuously repeat flower for you. You get clusters of flowers, and they do say on average of around 7 roses per cluster as well, which is really, really good. You've obviously got that lovely luscious green foliage that you get with roses, so the rose flowers actually contrast beautifully. And they've all been bred, I mean, every rose that we bring you has been specially bred to be sort of disease resistant and, just a really good quality for you to have.
I mean, and
I forgot.
Go on. No, go on.
Almost thornless. Sorry.
Oh, I keep forgetting that as well. Yes.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's completely thorn-free. You can see there are some thorns on here.
But it's not, yeah, you're right. It's not mega prickly.
There's way less thorns on here than you will find on others.
Now, it arrives as a bare root rose. So it's obviously have a little bit of packaging and wrapping on it. Ideally, you want to plant it straight away. If you can't plant it straight away, keep it in a cool, dark place, but do make sure that the roots stay moist. When you're about to plant it, give it a good soak. And we always say a couple of hours. I've soaked mine sometimes overnight. These love being in a pot, but you can also obviously plant them directly in the ground. And I would say a hole about twice the depth of the roots.
Yeah.
And at least twice the width. And just make sure when you dig that hole to plant it in that the soil at the bottom is nice and worked in as well. You don't want that to be hard. You want it to be loose so the roots can get in there. And we often use mycorrhizal, don't we?
Yeah, so we've got this available if you want to get it. So mycorrhizal root grow. It's really good for all plants in your garden, but specifically for roses. It really just helps them to... It forms a secondary root system. So essentially we're helping the plant to get that really strong root system. Strong roots, better shoots.
Yes, and more Aguadabra roses as well. So you've got the RHS name on the front of here as well. It honestly is brilliant for pretty much when you're planting most things, just sprinkle a bit in.
Yeah.
And it's going to really help those roots develop quicker, but also great for things like cuttings as well.
Oh yeah, brilliant. Yeah,
and a little bit goes a long way. So great for shrubs, roses, edibles, and helping with your propagation there as well. 100-066. And when you plant the rose, often people wonder how deep to plant it. There's the roots, there's obviously all of your branches, and that's called a union, and that wants to be underground. So we say about 3-4 centimetres
underground, yeah.
So your soil or your compost up to about there, basically. Just make sure that is underground. And just make sure it's well watered. Even in winter, things can get a bit dry if it's windy and things like that. But on that, it's an amazing rose, isn't it?
An amazing rose, and an incredible value for you to buy this now, to be honest with you, because, I think come the new year and once we get into spring, there's no way we're going to be bringing you them at those kind of prices.
They're amazing rose, isn't it?
Really good.
Really is. Right, so that's Abracadabra 530316 is your item at just £9.99. We're going to move on now to our Escallonia, which is the pink L variety. Now, this again should not be flowering, but this is picked from the nursery today, and quite a lot of them were in flower. We're not going to guarantee it, but quite a lot were. Have you seen the price bags? That's great for £9.99.
In a 2-litre pot, that's a well-established plant. Honestly, that one's gorgeous.
That's really, look at that.
It's a couple of years old, that.
Yeah.
For sure. Really, really good. And this flowers for you throughout the summer. June through to about October time is when it should be flowering.
So I'm laughing. It's the 1st of December tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, that's when it should be flowering for you.
What are you doing, Escallonia?
But it's glossy and it's evergreen as well. So you do have evergreen foliage on here. So this is a great one for you to have in your garden. Plus you get those beautiful blooms going on here. And it's nice compact growing with this one as well. It's not a
neat,
thug,
isn't it?
It's nice and neat. Yeah, you don't have to constantly be pruning this to maintain the shape of it.
Do you know, when you are planning your garden, sometimes you plant something, don't you? And then a few years later you think, why did I put that there? Look how big it is. So it is good to know how big a plant goes, the type of shape that it goes into. But that is neat to say it's not fast growing, it's compact.
I mean, it'll get to 3 or 4 feet probably, ultimately, height and spread, but nice and compact the way that it sort of grows. So you could put this into a border quite happily, but I think it would live a beautiful life in a pot.
It would. Well. But also, you can easily, if it does start to get a little bit too big, just cut it back,
Yeah, prune up.
But it's neat. So, I'll never forget the first proper garden that I had. I planted a eucalyptus tree.
Yes.
And it was like literally about a foot big. And in a few years, it was massive. I was like,
fast
why did I
growing,
plant that?
They are fast, yeah.
But our website is very good as well. If you're ever unsure, if you ever miss something we say or we miss something out, on our website there's so much information about every single plant. It's really useful, actually.
It is incredibly useful, yeah.
10 reviews, by the way, pretty much all 5-star. And there you go. Grows to, there you go. So, not huge. And it tells you winter hardy, RHS perfect for pollinators, approval there as well. And there you go. And if you press read more, I mean, you get all the kind of bullet points, so the 5 bullet points. But if you go to read more, then you'll get lots more information. But there you go, planting time and flowering time. So, you know, absolutely everything that you need to know is on our website.
Tips and care information.
Yeah.
I always read those bits as well. They're really interesting. Sometimes it gives you, there's certain ones, I can't remember which one now, but there's a couple that say we found that a square hole works better.
Yes, yeah. That was new to me, was it?
I know, that was quite
like,
fascinating.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the square hole works better because the roots will naturally sort of do this, and if you've got a round hole, it'll just keep going round. Whereas when it reaches the corner of the square, it'll go out. And that I find that absolutely fascinating.
Because also everyone that works here pretty much is very experienced, horticulture trained, that you get really good information on our website as well. So do bear that in mind. And obviously, you know, some good information we'd like to think on the live shows as well.
So.
Now we're going to move on to viola, and these are $9.99. Or if you double up, you get 2 for $14.99. Again, postage is included. Now, I mentioned it, but I've got a friend in the village who's a keen gardener, Linda Burrows, and she's got an orange kitchen.
Yeah, you were saying she's going orange and black.
And it is this colour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bright.
It is bright.
Isn't it?
I don't
Listen, each to their own.
Yeah.
Each to their own.
But I love this colour on the viola, don't you?
I think it's gorgeous.
Yes.
And I love the idea of doing a colour blocking thing with your violas, with your orange violas here. Yes, look at the roots. Look at the roots on this. We are talking about a garden-ready plant, so these are ready for you to plant out. You don't have to pot them on or grow them on your windowsill or anything like that. You can plant these out into your garden, into your pots, into the top of your hanging baskets, into your borders or window boxes. And I think this would be great if you put loads of them all together.
And you know, I don't mind telling you, I planted up some pots for my mum the other day in the greenhouse, took them around to her garden, and the other morning they were totally frozen.
Yeah.
It didn't matter, honestly, no, they were frozen, it doesn't matter. And then in the afternoon, the sun came out and they were as good as anything. So don't forget, these are fully winter hardy. You know, even if it gets down to -20, and let's hope it doesn't, but if it does, you might be struggling, but these won't be.
They'll be fine.
And even if you just go for your winter bedding today, don't forget you will get your free gift, these gorgeous tulips, Angel's Wish, free with every single order today. And I know we had a lot of orders go through yesterday. I think everyone loves this free gift.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
it
one. Absolutely beautiful. We actually brought them to you as an item on a show a little while ago.
We sold a lot of them, actually.
They were very, very popular. So I'm blown away that we're actually giving this as a free gift today.
Yeah. And honestly, it really isn't too late to plant bulbs. But it's fair. I always think that, you know, bulbs can obviously still go in the ground, but if you've got any pots lying around, or if you buy some pots today, it's so easy to plant up some pots with some bulbs right now, isn't it? And these are our next ones.
The Torinos.
Pack of 5 of these, isn't it?
Yeah, pack of 5, so they're stacked there. But yes, you're getting 5 of these. I've planted a few things. I've done, not violas.
Give me a clue. Crocus?
No, not bulbs.
Not bulbs, plant.
Not pansies. Anyway.
Primroses?
Primroses!
Yeah. Do you know why? I think I remember seeing that somewhere. Didn't you send me a picture of them?
I might have done.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I did a Facebook thing on it.
Cool. So there you go.
I think I did an Instagram thing.
Winter colour, you know? And actually, primroses look great in these.
Yeah, I planted primroses in here, but you could easily plant your tulips in here or your violas in here. They would be very, very happy in here. They're a nice depth, so they will work for your tulip bulbs, and they're a beautiful size as well. I love that you're getting 5 of them. So if you wanted to, I don't know, if maybe you've got some steps, you could put them along the edge of the steps or something or other. That'd be really good. So mine are currently, because we don't use the table outside at the moment, obviously, because it's winter, so we're not sitting outside and eating. But I've got all my little pots like this.
I've done the same.
And
it looks great, doesn't it?
It looks beautiful.
Yeah. I've got
Instead of just having a bare table,
I've got a table
out
outside my greenhouse, and I love just looking out and having all these pots with lovely things growing. But one thing I've started to do is make up pots as gifts.
Yeah, it's a really nice idea, actually. And these viola pumpkins, because they flower all the way through the winter, right the way through till about May time, these would be great as a little gift.
Yeah. I'd say it doesn't, I know it's a bit chilly at the moment, doesn't matter, these are fully winter hardy. In fact, everything on the show you think about, it's all been outside in the nursery. until the last few hours.
Yes.
You know? So, but they're a great deal at £12.45. 130525. Good morning, by the way, if you just joined us. Coming up to 11 o'clock this Thursday.
Already? Oh.
I know.
That's a third of the show gone.
Do you
There's
know
loads of you watching.
I know. Yeah, lots on the website as well. If you ever miss a show, don't forget you can stream it later. I know a lot of you know that, but our shows are always uploaded within 24 hours to YouTube. Yesterday's is there now. You had a bit of a rocky start yesterday, actually, Bex. I watched it, but no joke.
You know it's true.
No, we both have days where sometimes yeah. Some days. So there you go. If you want to see the rocky start, then I'm only joking. But we do talk a lot on the show, don't we?
Do.
We have that moment where our teeth don't work.
Exactly.
But we've always put we always put the shows on the website and on YouTube within 24 hours of them being broadcast live. So you can always stream it. I know some of you have to go to work or you've got appointments, but you can always stream a little bit later on.
That's true. We haven't heard from Neil yet this morning. He
no,
must be working.
Well, Neil does work on a Thursday, but I know sometimes he gets little breaks and things.
Watches later and stuff, doesn't he?
But we are going to be continuing the live shows throughout December as well.
Yes,
so it's great. And next year we are working alongside QVC as well. The UK's biggest and best shopping channel. We have got shows on there as well. Right, I'm just going to move this cord line down. God, they are amazing.
It's big, isn't it? It is big.
It is really big. We've got Christmas coming, by the way. And we've done our research. Our prices on garlands, wreaths, Christmas trees are really good. Really good, actually. Hang on, Bex.
Go on, you go.
I need to get our free gift, because I'll forget it.
He's forgetting the board, always.
Bex is a lot more organised than I am, I've learned. You are. I think maybe because of your mum and things, but you are more organised than me.
Well,
you are.
Yeah, I think it's because I used to be a producer. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I used to be in Shaun's ear. I used to be the producer of the shows.
Yeah,
I used to talk to him.
It's true. Many years ago.
It's a lot of years ago.
Yeah. Do you know how we look at them? Like, I think we've been very lucky to find to follow our passion and our dreams. I wanted to work in gardening for many, many years, and I always did. I always presented the gardening shows. You produced many of them.
I did.
But both of us over the years have really got massively into gardening more and more.
Yeah.
Almost the point of an obsession, but a good one,
I was a late bloomer. You started really early, didn't you?
From childhood,
For me, it was really only in the last sort of 6-7 years. But I really have fallen hard for it now.
Yeah.
I wish I'd found it earlier.
It's such a great passion and hobby.
It is.
So and you know that. That's why you're watching right now. So and we always say with YouGarden, it's gardening for everyone. So all different levels, any type of garden. Even if you haven't got a garden, we've got house plants. If you just got a really small space, we can make it look beautiful, but it is really about gardening for everybody. Right, going to talk about something that's going to make you a better gardener overnight, and we mean that. I believe that, Bex believes that, because this is our premium professional compost, which is our bestseller. It's had thousands of 5-star reviews over the years, and we have got it today, $24.98 with postage included, 250-litre bags. Now, let's just talk about the packaging, because it's totally unbranded. And that's different, isn't it? Because normally you go to a garden centre or a big DIY store and there's lots of marketing spiel and claims. We don't do that because this is actually a commercial product.
Yeah. I mean, it never used to be available for people to buy. It was the Nursery's compost, and that's why it's called Premium Professional Compost, because it was used by this professional company to grow, to pot on and grow the plants in. Over the years, our head gardener was persuaded to make it available, and since he did, it has been the best seller. Obviously we do great business in all the plants, but this one is the one that's really sort of captured people's attention, and that's because it works. It's got these amazing ingredients, it's got this fantastic texture, and as you can see as I'm running my hands through it, it is well composted as well. It's not like some of those other bags that you might have bought in the past and you've been massively disappointed by because there's huge great big chunks of twigs and sticks in.
Or sometimes you get kind of like funny whitey fungally kind of looking stuff on it.
I don't want to put my hands in that.
No, I'm not saying it's necessarily bad or dangerous, just not, I don't know, it just doesn't...
Just doesn't feel the same,
do you know the worst thing is when you buy compost and it's really dank and dark
smells
and
bad.
Wet, and you think, oh, you know.
This smells glorious.
Yeah. It's airy, it's light, it's got great
so
texture.
Fresh,
it's
honestly.
got, yeah, I know, it's gorgeous.
It does, it smells really, really good.
Really good, really good. So, in terms of ingredients, so should we start with composted wood fibre?
Yeah.
First one that came into my mind.
There's a few in here, but you can see all these fibres as I'm running my hands through it. So we've got composted wood fibre in here. Now what this does is it creates this beautiful light texture. Now the texture of this is vitally important, you know, as well as the ingredients in here, but the texture means that roots are able to breathe, for starters. You don't want it too heavily compacted. Otherwise the roots can't breathe, and there's no room for them to grow and for them to spread. If they can grow and spread, what you get is a really nice strong root ball, a nice strong root structure. And what's that going to do for the plant? Of course, it's going to mean that it gets bigger and better, and it's going to be healthier, and maybe give you more flowers or bigger bumper crops of fruit, or deal with the changing weather conditions, or if there are any little pests and diseases around, hopefully it's going to be able to deal with those better because it's got the strong foundation. You can see from our little comparison here, this is the sort of comparison we're talking about.
And that is actually a big difference.
It is,
isn't
it's
it?
huge.
You know, look how many roots there are, look how white they are, look at the size of them. And that's all happening underground. And you know at home, if you've got really strong roots, more shoots, more flowers, more fruits, better crops, and making the plant a lot more potentially disease resistant as well. So we've talked about the composted wood fibre, that's only a tiny part of this. I say a tiny part, about 50%.
About 50% of the makeup of this. Now we've got a couple of three different types of peat in here, black and white peat, and that has been reduced over the years because, you know, keeping up with environmental concerns. So it has been reduced, but then replaced with other vitally important, scientifically backed ingredients. The composted wood fibre being one of them. The slow release fertiliser, as I picked it up, there we go. There's two little bit of those green balls in there. Now that's your slow release fertiliser. That's going to feed your plants as and when they need feeding. You know, your plants will take the food as and when they need it, rather than when you're liquid feeding, obviously, which you shouldn't stop doing. You should still keep doing that, but that is really, really clever. We've got lime to balance out the pH. Now that's really important because that's what turns this into your all-round compost. Something that you use all over your garden, in your pots, planting bulbs, seeds planting. This is great for even repotting all your house plants in. This is absolutely fantastic for that. You don't need to worry about which compost to buy because that can be quite tricky. It used to confuse me looking at all the different bags.
I know.
This has got a different number on it. Why do I need that one over that one? And this has got that in it. No, you don't need to worry about any of that. This works for all of it, nearly.
Yes, unless it's a plant that wants an ericaceous compost.
Yeah, probably 98%, 95% of all the plants that we bring you here is going to live beautifully in here, isn't it?
In fact, I was going to say every plant on the show today.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
There's nothing here that wants ericaceous compost, so everything today.
And also, I know I say this often, and apologies if you are regular, but, you know, I have gardened all my life, and I have been that person, since I was a child, and I have been that person that's gone to the garden centre, the big DIY store, got the trolley with the dodgy wheel, pushed it outside and, you know, nearly knocked somebody over on the way, got the compost, probably buy which one's on offer, but you know, it's not a nice experience. You've got to reach up there. Often the bags at this time of year wet, they're heavy. You lug them on the trolley, then you sort of like push the trolley back, then you wait in the queue, and then you get the compost. Oh, then the person at the checkout can't get the barcode, so you've got to get down and help and lift it, you know. But I've done it many times in the past before working for YouGarden, presenting the garden shows, and it's just not a nice experience. I don't think anyone ever goes, oh great, I've got to go buy some compost. That's an easy task. We deliver it free of charge to your door, so all that hassle's taken away. And actually, if you work out the price, we're not the cheapest, but actually what I've been seeing in the big garden centres, about 50 litres compost, about £9. So yes, you could say we're a little bit more expensive, but then you bear in mind the delivery's included. Club membership. If you're a club member, you get £2.50 off this every time.
Absolutely.
And most of us are club members, so bear that in mind. And club membership is £5 a year, and then you get your free gift today. which
Worth
is worth
$9.99.
We've sold these for $9.99. Yeah, I'm not being funny. That price, we're not just plucking out thin air. We sold these at $9.99.
Absolutely, yeah. So if you instantly just take £10 off here, we're down to $14.98. Then take your club discount off that as well. You know, it really does start to add up. But it's
so actually, we are actually really good value.
We're incredibly competitive, really good value for something that I believe is so, and we believe is so much better quality than the stuff you can buy out there.
And I have sometimes used a different compost. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes you run out and you just like, you want to roll and like, oh God, I want to finish doing my hanging baskets, whatever. But I've always been disappointed.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. In fact, the last bag I bought was so full of massive twigs and sticks and things. I say I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again.
I did buy one of those composts that was it was like what do you call it? Like one of the ones. It was like coconut based.
Oh yeah, coir.
Like coir, yeah. It wasn't terrible, but what I grew in it didn't do particularly well. I have to say. Was just, I don't know. Just now, guess what I'm doing tonight, Bex?
Are you getting the decorations out?
Yeah. I know it's not quite December the 1st tomorrow, but...
I'm jealous. I want to get mine out. I want to get my Christmas decks out.
It's just the best night for me and my partner, Jay, to do it. So we're going to put the tree up, and I'm really excited about it.
No, good. You should be. Yeah. Get some Christmas music playing.
Yeah, we're going to...
Have a little glass of wine.
Yeah, we're going to do all of that.
I love that. That's my favourite thing.
I'm honestly really excited about doing
Decorate the tree.
I have got...
Is Teddy going to destroy the tree?
No, because Teddy's not allowed.
Teddy's the cat.
Teddy's the cat, but Actually, Teddy's a good cat.
Did you have him last Christmas?
Yeah, he didn't destroy the tree.
Didn't destroy the tree?
No.
Good for you.
No, he's all right, actually. He's a good cat.
Oh.
Yeah, but actually where the tree is, he doesn't necessarily...
Doesn't go in there?
No, he's not allowed in that bit, you know. Well, he is when I'm in charge. But I'm
the same with the dog. The dog's allowed to sleep with me when my husband's not there. Whenever my husband's home, he's like, no, get in the kitchen.
I'm the same. Teddy's allowed everywhere when Jay's away. But anyway, the point is, Christmas is only 3 weeks this Monday.
Yes.
So it's not that far away.
Really not far.
Right, and I really want to and we both mean this hand on heart, the quality of the value of the Christmas wreaths and garlands that we've got today is phenomenal at the price. So these were $24.99. We've dropped the price down to $14.99. Club members, we did check, you will get 10% off these today. So your club membership does apply. And these will start to be dispatched from tomorrow onwards, actually, the first week in December. Now, these are actually made by a brilliant company locally in Lincolnshire. And as a county, Lincolnshire is amazing for growing. If you look at all of the fields around here, many of them covered in springtime with bulbs, so many plants are going here. But there's a lovely local company that make our wreaths and our garlands for us. And they do an amazing job, don't they?
I think these are absolutely
really
beautiful.
Good.
Yeah, they're really gorgeous. I don't think they've scrimped on the amount of fur that they're using here either. They look very full and luscious. They come pre-decorated. You can add extra decorations to this as well if you like. I really like the idea of using your calacarpa, maybe if you've got those lovely purple berries. Cut a few of those little branches and tuck those in there. I think that would look absolutely gorgeous. Maybe add some twinkly lights to it because you can get those lovely little ones with the battery packs, can't you, that you could add to this.
Yeah.
But even if you don't want to add any decorations, it already comes pre-decorated as it is here. And actually, I'm going to just take it off here so that you can see the back of this because it is using all natural materials on here. And I think
that's because a lot use plastic, don't they?
They do. So I think it's really good that it's using all natural materials. And I also believe that you would probably be able to reuse this.
I don't see why not.
I think
so
if
you
you
can make an
remove
Easter
all
one,
of the bits,
Halloween one.
Yeah, if you remove all the bits carefully from here, you'd be able to reuse this quite happily.
But again, if you shop with us, spend over £30, you get that delivered free. It's half price today. We've taken these down by an extra £10. They did fly at the weekend, I have to say, on Sunday.
Sunday
really
was
busy.
So popular.
You know what? I know not everybody's into Christmas, but if you are, do you know, with me, I kind of got back into Christmas. And I just loved, being a gardener, I just love decorating the house.
I think it's one of the exciting bits of Christmas, isn't it? It really gets you in the festive mood. And this could be an indoor wreath as well, by the way. You know, you put them on the outside of your front door, but you could actually get a couple of these and have them on doors inside the house too. Could
be a lovely gift for somebody as well. But come and join us because the garlands are absolutely spectacular.
I love these.
Now these are 1 metre in length. They are really wide. They're lush. Right, I'll let you into a secret. So Jay, my other half, he decorated. We own a pub together. And he put the decorations up yesterday when I was working.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
I went there last night. Oh, you see.
Did you tweak it?
No, Jay's like, less is more. And I'm like...
More is more.
I'm like...
This is a bit minimal.
It was.
A bit minimal,
it really... and I really think... Jay, if you're watching... no, I do. I want... Because we've got 3 windows at the front of the pub and 2 at the side. Yeah. I want them all to have one of these.
Absolutely.
I might just do it, you know.
You are head gardener for that pub.
You are so right.
And this is gardening.
It's part of my remit. You are so right.
You get to decide.
I really do want it.
Sorry, Jay.
I did. I said a little light why this morning. He said, "What do you think of the decorations?" And I said,
"Oh, they're lovely."
No, I didn't. No, I said no. I said I think they're too minimum. Then he snapped back. Oh no, less is more. And I was like, well, one of the customers said, why did you stop halfway through?
Was that the lie?
That was a lie.
Lovely.
Yeah. So anyway, we digress. But I honestly, and I'm going to get whatever. I am going to get a couple of these for the house. Absolutely. Yeah. They look fantastic. I mean, they're pre-decorated already. Obviously, if you wanted to add, as we said, lights and things. But I think this is going to make your Christmas, don't you?
I completely agree because they are living. Well, I mean, they're living. They're using real fur. So, you'll get a bit of a scent coming into the home as well. I like the idea of maybe adding a couple of decorations. I personally don't think you need to add too much to these because they are already beautifully directed. Maybe... decorated, maybe just a few twinkly lights on there. I put my garland, because I don't have a fireplace, but it worked great in a windowsill, but I put mine up the banister, so I get a few cable ties and tie them around the banister, and that looks so pretty with a few twinkly lights on there. I'm just going to move our cordyline picture, just so you can see it there in its own right. But honestly, it is a really lovely local company that put these together. They've got a great team there. They exact these to the highest standards, and they do give us, because of YouGarden, they do sell an awful lot of these, and they have done for the last few years. We are getting an amazing price on the TV show today. Club members $13.50, and I know postage is $4.99, but get your order to over £30 and we'll deliver it all free. Just use the code YGTV48. I really love them, don't you? I think they're really, really beautiful. Absolutely adore them. I think this is incredible value.
Yeah, and
especially delivered to your door.
I do think honestly you'll love them. Well, no, you'll love them. We're really excited about them. But we also have some brilliant living Christmas trees, don't we?
Oh yes, we do. We've got a few different varieties, but we're showing you the Nordman today.
Yeah, where it's been the most popular by far.
It has been the most popular. And it's a pot-grown Nordman fir as well.
I did call it the best one, didn't I? I call it the best one, didn't I? The good one, eh? Which was, they're all really good, don't get me wrong, but I think
it's just our favourite, isn't it?
It is.
We like the Nordman because it's a bit thicker. It's a bit more luscious.
It is.
There's a few more branches. It's a bit more full. Thank you, Stuart.
The pine needles are just bigger and longer and thicker.
I think there's more places to hang your decorations.
Yes.
I want it to look like Christmas is thrown up on my Christmas tree.
So you're definitely not less is more.
I'm definitely not less is more. I am more is more all the way.
I'm a bit like that.
Just as many decorations, as many baubles as you can get on here, and there's loads of room to put them on here. I like the way the light plays off the needles as well, because you get a lovely kind of shimmer and shine from these. And it is pot grown, so please remember that with a pot grown Christmas tree, that means that you're going to hopefully get much more longevity out of it, because it hasn't had to go through the stress of being dug up out the ground and repotted this year, and then it's going to go through the additional stress of you taking it indoors into a centrally heated home, and that is all stress and trauma for your Christmas trees. With a pot grown one, and bear in mind this has been grown in its pot for the majority of its life. These are somewhere between 5 and 7 years of age. That means it's already happy, it's already stable. It only has that one little stress of you taking it indoors. It hopefully means it's going to be the last Christmas tree you ever buy, because this will live with you for many years.
Now this is, as Bexley said, pot grown. The postage is $8.99. It's obviously big, it's heavy, but we'll totally remove that if you add one other item, just one item to your order. Then it will take it over £30. So even like the lavender, that's $3.99.
$3.99. You'll get 2 lavenders added, and it will take you over that £30 mark. And you know that means you'll be spending less than you would be if you were paying the postage. Or maybe go for a wreath, or go for the garland.
And where did you put those pastel pots, Bex?
Right here, love.
Oh yeah, there they are.
Oh, that would have been good if we bumped it.
But these, again, right, these are down from nearly £18 to $6.97. That works out £2.33 a pot, just under. And, you know, they're lovely. I could imagine planting those up with bulbs and giving those as Mother's Day gifts and things like that.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect. I got these, I was growing hosta in these over the summer. In fact, they're still sitting out the front of the house. I probably should put those away because they look a bit messy now.
Yeah.
They look a bit straggly. But yeah, they're gorgeous pots. I love the different pastel colours that you're getting on there. I think they're really interesting. They're a good size as well, actually.
And they should
really
be.
nice size.
One of them's got the original price on it.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, there you go.
In fact, both of these.
$7.99 each. So that's what they must have been sold for at some point. $7.99. They're $6.97 for all 3 today. I agree, they love it. And sometimes when it's really, you know, like dull and grey and wintry, you just want some bright pots, don't you?
Yeah.
You know?
They really do illuminate. They look wonderful because, you know, there's plenty of pots that you can get, and they've got terracotta colours or the dark colours, but having these really bright colours look really gorgeous.
Fantastic. So lots of ideas to get your orders to over £30. We do have cut Christmas trees on our website as well. So the Nordman is, in fact, I'll give you the details because we have done our research, and you can get this Christmas tree as a cut Christmas tree, bigger, 1.2 to 1.5 metres, for under £20.
Just $19.99 and delivered as well, if you obviously get your order to over the £30, but delivered to your door. That I think is incredible.
And it will arrive netted, by the way. So
they were all outside this morning as well. Did you see them?
Yeah, there's loads ready to go today, but that has got £30 off. We've got, I don't know, we've done that.
No, I don't know.
In fact, our head gardener was in yesterday. I nearly said to him, oh, is it a mistake? And I thought, no,
But now is the perfect time. I think if people are going Christmas tree shopping, it's probably this weekend, isn't it? They're probably going to go this weekend to get it. So now is genuinely the perfect time to be getting your Christmas trees.
Yeah, and under £20, that is amazing value for money. And so get your order to over £30 and we'll deliver it free of charge as well. Right, do come and say hello. We've been a bit quiet in the group chat today, Bex, hasn't it?
Well, Stuart hasn't told us anything, but I'm sure they're there chatting away.
So all our regulars are there.
Ah, it's nice.
Yeah, but
I always go back after the show and have a little look at the messages afterwards.
Yeah.
It's always interesting. I'd like to see what people are saying.
We love it. And,
we do. Well, we're all about building a lovely community here at YouGarden, at YGTV. We definitely want to have our own little gardening community. We have plans to stay here for many years to come, so we hope that you come with us on that little journey.
We certainly do. Right, just one other item that I want to draw your attention to. I've been umming and ahhing about getting this. And I think now I'm putting the decorations up, but I'm going to say yes. And it is a light vine. It's in a warm white. It is indoor use only, so please, 100% keep it indoors. It is indoors only. It does plug in, and it's got a 3-metre flex to the actual plug. But it's really lovely. Different ways of actually displaying this. I like it on the table there, just kind of meandering in between the wine glasses and the plates there. It looks really organic and really beautiful. But you could even have it if you've got maybe an orangery, conservatory. I can imagine it up the wall, where your staircase is, something like that, because it does look like a growing vine. And it does arrive coiled up, so you just literally uncoil it, that's how it arrives, and then just twist the branches in whatever direction you want. But it's really beautiful, and that is only $19.99, 161347. Now, we started off the show with these amazing cordylines. They are huge. They're called the cordyline Torbay Dazzler. We've just got an exceptionally good quality of crop right now on these. I mean, we do sell a lot of cordylines throughout the year, but the current stock, I should say, is absolutely outstanding. Down to $14.99, 680236. Winter hardy down to about -5. If it gets really cold, then just tie them up and protect the crown. Then we have got a brilliant offer on our salvia. Now, salvias, they just flower for such a long period. So mine's been flowering June, right? It's even flowering a little bit now, seriously. They do love a sunny spot, will tolerate partial shade, and grow to round about maximum, I'd say about a metre. Mine's about 60, 70 centimetres right now, but so maximum about 1 metre by 75. I did give mine a really good prune in spring, and it seemed to love it. I've got to say, we've had so much new growth. Now, the lavender is also buy one, get one free today. And this is an English lavender, so it's a Hidcote variety. Great as a pollinator. So the bees, the butterflies will go absolutely berserk for this. But then think about the fragrance. Imagine planting this down a garden path, walking along there in the summertime and just getting the gorgeous scent of lavender. Very easy to grow, likes a sunny spot if possible, will tolerate poor soils, absolutely fine in a poor soil, but also what I will say is just avoid really kind of wet, cold, boggy sites. It would not like to have really wet, cold roots throughout the winter. But a sunny spot, well-drained soil, it will do absolutely brilliantly. 510319 for the lavender Hidcote there. 2 of those, because it's a buy one, get one free in the 9 centimetre pots. Then the Nandina. Oh, this is a nice one. It's the Obsessed Sacred Bamboo. Now, the great thing about Nandinas is they do look good all year round. So they keep the leaves. They are evergreen. I say evergreen, there are lots of different colours depending on the temperature, but they hold on to their leaves. When it's really cold, they begin to turn red. So right now, I know it's a little bit nippy and chilly out there, your Nandinas will look absolutely fantastic. And in the warmer months, you get a lot more green on here, but a lot of the time you'll get both colours. So right now, you'll get the green leaves at the bottom, probably lots of red at the top. They will produce flowers in the summertime that then turn into berries as well. So great, of course, for the birds. And this one works really nicely in a pot as well. Keep out of full shade, but semi-shade, partial sun, absolutely fine on this one, 510759. Then we brought you the convolvulus, the silverbush. This is a beauty, and we have got a double up deal for it. So either one for £14.99 or 2 for £23.98. Gorgeous flowers in the summertime, but the foliage is this silvery kind of green, and it is evergreen, this one. So the foliage looks really good all year round. And likes a well-drained soil, likes a sunny spot as well. You often find these on rockeries, but a really good all-rounder, this one. So gorgeous foliage, 12 months of the year, and then these phenomenal white flowers as well, 501484. Then we brought you the choice, have been really popular. You love the choice here. This particular variety is called White Dazzler, and it does dazzle. So flowers around about April time. Obviously, depending on the weather, I've seen these fly in March, I've seen them fly in May, but around about April, May time. Say in March, occasionally at the end of March, we've had a really good spring. But what you will get is a mound of white flowers. Now, these are also highly fragrant. So they've got a citrus kind of fragrance, mock orange. And honestly, when you see these, they're actually quite magical. They do dazzle. They're absolutely beautiful because the flowers just are everywhere. They overtake the actual plant itself. The foliage is evergreen, by the way, as well. So you've got lovely foliage that will be there all year round. 511002 for the choice here, White Dazzler. And then we have got the Escallonia. Now this is a nice compact plant, so ideal again for pots, ideal for borders. Fully evergreen, so you get really lovely glossy leaves, but these gorgeous pink flowers in the summertime, and they are really, really pretty. Nice fragrance to those, of course, as well. And today you are getting this at just £9.99. 510 545. And then a little bit of magic with our Abracadabra Rose. Gee, you've absolutely loved this one. I'm not surprised. Really unusual markings on this. So, I mean, breeding, we were talking about breeding earlier. You know, some plants, God, the breeding can take years, if not decades. This is a really clever rose. So you've got like a velvety red intertwined with this cream. And every rose is going to be that a little bit different. It's a floribunda, so you're going to get several roses on the one stem there. And I just think dramatic. You know, it's a rose that will really, really stand out in your garden, isn't it? Wonder what you'd plant with that, actually. I'm just having to think what would look really nice with that rose. I always think it's a standalone, to be fair. So you might even want to just plant that in a pot. Now, it is a bare root, so don't forget, bare root's really easy to grow. Just if you are growing that in a pot, just pop it in our compost, add a bit of mycorrhizal if you've got it, and keep it well watered. But do give the roots a good soak before you plant it. So that's a little reminder of some of the great items we've had so far on YouGarden TV today. But yeah, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning again, Bex.
Good morning.
So Philip's just messaged saying, stop making him spend money. It's hard.
It's all right.
We feel the same. We order pretty much every week.
It's true.
We do.
Honestly, every time we come
Sometimes several times a week. But you know what? There's worse things to spend your money on.
I agree.
There really is, isn't there?
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, so and think about, I always think when you invest in your garden, you're investing in...
You're investing in the future.
You are.
You absolutely are, because, well, you know, all right, other than a few of the bedding plants that might only last a season, but the things that we're bringing you, they will give you years of joy. And, I mean, we love spending time in our gardens, don't we? In our homes.
It's a brilliant hobby, so don't feel guilty.
Don't feel guilty.
I never do.
It says something about you, doesn't it?
Oh,
no, you shouldn't.
I feel guilty buying other things, you know.
But not with plants.
Not with plants.
Nope.
My other half bought quite an expensive car, and I was like, because I'm not that fussed about my car. As long as it's comfy, you know.
Yeah, as long as it gets you where you need to go.
Yeah. But I was like, that's a lot of plants.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway,
you
right.
keep shopping.
Yeah. That means I can buy as many plants as I want over the next 10 years. Right, let's move on to these, though, because these are a really good buy.
Ooh,
They're an exceptional buy.
Well, if you want to talk about value for money,
this
is definitely an excellent value for money prospect here, because what you're getting are four of the patio standard roses. This is a wonderful collection. I actually have this collection as well. I adore it. There is one of them, just one of them. Bear in mind you get four. That was early on in the season. That was just when you can see there's loads of buds on there, but it just started blooming. You get these lovely clusters of those flowers. But you're getting four different colours included in here. The red, yellow, pink and the white. That's obviously the pink one that you're... Actually, no, that's the white one. You do get a little bit of blush pink going on with it. God. The pink is very pink. Anyway, but you are getting four of these, and I want you to understand why this is incredible value, okay? Because, first of all, you're saving £50.
That's amazing.
But these take a full 3 years to be produced, okay? Because these are top grafted onto the lovely, long, straight stems that you're getting here, which means that it's a really quite clever process for them to go through.
When you
isn't
actually
it?
see grafting, you think, how on earth does that work? You
Yeah,
know?
it's so amazing. So these take a long time to be able to create. So to bring it to you at the price you're looking at, 4 of them for under £30 is absolutely incredible. But it's the displays that you're going to get from these, and you get them for such a long time throughout the summer months. It's incredible. These, they don't look like much at the moment. In fact, Stuart always calls them the witch's broomsticks.
That's a good name.
And I understand why, absolutely. But the display that these give, once the springtime comes, and each of these heads that you can see at the top here, they just start growing and getting bigger, and then the foliage comes, and then those waves of flowers come. It is absolutely incredible.
Now, there's only certain times of year where we sell bare roots.
Yeah.
You know, we don't sell them during the summertime. Now is the time to plant your bare roots. It really, really is. And even though it's cold and stuff outside, you know, if you're planting these in pots, does not matter whatsoever. Really doesn't.
And I think these lend themselves to actually being a patio pot plant.
I agree.
And you can plant them out into borders and things if you want to, but I really do suggest that these go into pots.
And you have to imagine, I know one of the first times I looked on YouGarden, many years ago actually, with the head gardener, and he opened up this huge room that was freezing cold.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
And I was like, oh! And that's where all the roses and the bare roots were stored. So they are stored almost, it's like a giant fridge, isn't it?
It's like a giant fridge, yeah. But all it does is it keeps them in their dormant state, which is exactly what a bare root is. It's just in a dormant state right now. Once you get it home and you soak those roots, just like we've been telling you with all the other bare roots, it sort of wakes them up a little bit, but because of the time of year when we're planting them, what it's not going to do is put all of its effort into creating shoots. No. It's going to put all of its effort into creating roots, which means that when it comes to the spring, so it's putting all its effort south. And then in the springtime, it's already done most of what it needs to do down here, so it's going to put all its effort into going north.
And these should look really good in the first year. You know, you're not going to have to wait years for these to be flowering.
Oh, no, mine, first year.
Yep.
First year, that's that video that Stuart just played in for you, that is what I got, literally within the first year. They looked like this when I planted them, and then they turned into this beautiful ball of gorgeousness up at the top.
And again, you know, I think they really do lend themselves to pots. My mum's always grown these in pots. We have got a variety. But I think, Bex, you've chosen the best one for these.
Yeah, I think so. I was looking at a few of the others. I mean, you could maybe go for the boxwoods, but I think this is the one. I think, first of all, it looks really classy.
Yeah.
But I think it's the right size as well, because you've got to bear in mind the top of this is going to fill out. So you kind of want to mirror that.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to balance it with the size of the pot down the bottom. Plus, it's a nice deep pot as well. I've made the mistake with a few of my standards that I've got, and I've planted them into pots that are too shallow, and that means that when it gets a little bit windy, they get blown over.
Annoying,
so I do need to repot a couple of my standards because I've gone too shallow with the pot. This, I think, would be absolutely perfect.
And what I'd probably do is put some winter bedding around it, or, you know, summer, you could put obviously summer bedding. Okay. But one of those in the centre is, you're right, is all you actually need. You've got all 4 there, obviously, all wrapped together, but you don't actually need one.
Imagine there's just one of those, and as that fills out, it'll mirror the size of this perfectly. Yeah. So I think that's a great one to go for.
But the roses, we are doing a phenomenal deal today on YouGarden TV. They work out less than £7.50 each, £7.49 each they work out.
And bear in mind, these are going to last you for, I mean, I don't know, decades?
Do you know, I remember...
Probably get a really long time out of these.
There's a really good value supermarket near where I live, and I remember they had standard roses last year in just normal plastic, you know, terracotta-style pots.
Yes.
And they were 20, I think they were 20, so then it was a value supermarket.
Yes.
And they were £25 each.
Yeah.
You know? And they were nothing special. They weren't like, you know, ginormous. They were this kind of size. Yes, they had, obviously, roses on them. But if you buy them now as a bare root, it just works out phenomenal value and a great way of saving money.
Great way of saving money, and I was genuinely blown away by how many roses there were on each and every one of these. Yeah.
And they just keep going,
don't they? They keep going. You do need to deadhead them. Like in that video, you can see a couple of the roses have just started to go over, but what I did was just go and, yeah, look, you can see a little brown one just in there. So what I was doing was just going and taking one of those out, and it did encourage more blooms to come through. In fact,
I can see loads of buds there.
Yeah, you can see how many buds there are on there. I was really, really blown away by how many roses came from each of these plants.
Now again,
and the red is red and the yellow is yellow. It's really, really gorgeous.
Now you are slightly under the £30. So buy one other item.
I'd get the lavender.
Yeah, or some pots, but get your order to over £30 and we'll deliver it absolutely free of charge as well. So it's really worth doing that. I just hate anyone just to buy those and pay $6.99 postage when you can actually... Say the lavender is $3.99 and you get two for that, buy one, get one free. So add that to your order and then suddenly you won't pay that $6.99 postage.
That's it.
Really good.
You'd be spending less than you would be if you were paying the postage.
You know,
and you'll get your tulip bulbs.
Or treat yourself to one of our Christmas items, you know, the garland, the wreath or something like that. But do try, we just want you to save as much money as possible.
That's it. That's what it's all about.
Yes, right. Something else we've got for you on the show, brand new today.
The Tracheospurmum.
Yes, we've both got one of these, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. In fact, I've started a second one going. So I've got two now. One of them I've got in our tower pot. So if you've got nowhere for your Tracheospurmum to climb, go and have a little look for the tower pot on the website because those things are amazing. And I've planted another one, a baby one. It's only about this big now, to grow up the fence, to cover the fence.
Now this is one of the few winter climbers that is evergreen as well.
Yeah.
It's called the Star Jasmine. I've got one as well. I've got mine growing in a pot. I'll be honest, it's not really fast growing.
No, it's definitely not. It's not one of the most vigorous.
No, it's steady, it's moderate, but honestly, in the summer, it was amazing.
It's worth it.
Oh, the fragrance of the white flowers.
You get so many of those little flowers on there. There's loads of them. They really do cover the plant. I actually really like the shape of them. They look like Catherine wheels.
Yes.
They look like they've got movement to them, don't they? I adore them. But you get so many of them that the scent you get from the jasmine is just incredible. This is definitely one you're going to want somewhere where you can enjoy the scent, you know? I've got one growing up the fence. It's on the other side of the conservatory, but I'm hoping to knock that conservatory down and create a seating area. So that's going to be beautiful because it's going to be right next to where we're going to sit. The other one in the pot, I can move that to wherever it is that I want, I want to get that scent. But it flowers for such a long time over the summer for you.
Now the leaves, when it gets really cold, again, these do go slightly red, don't they?
They do, as you can see here. Yeah. Look, you've got this gorgeous kind of burgundy colours going on with the leaves. I mean, that one's quite interesting. Look how it's mottled with the green and the burgundy.
But that is natural, that is normal. In fact, the ones at the top, I don't know if you can just see these, but they are full red at the top. But it does hold on to its leaves. It may lose one or two during the winter, but it is evergreen.
It is. It's winter hardy down to about -5, so it might be. Mine's been fine, to be honest with you. Mine hasn't had any problems at all. It does want a sunny position, but it is evergreen. It is hardy, so this isn't going to cause you any problems. And it's fantastic for using to cover up unsightly areas.
Yeah.
If you've got something that just looks a bit ugly. Hey, the fences are fine, but they're a bit boring. I want to cover those up.
And I think one of the troubles with a lot of climbers, like most of your clematis, they look fabulous during the summer, but then winter, all you've got is this really straggly
It is really straggly,
yeah.
isn't it? Even with the wisteria, which is one of my favourites. I adore wisteria. It's one of my absolute favourite plants in the garden. But at the minute, it just looks a bit straggly and a bit horrible. So
an idea with this, if you've already got maybe a clematis, is grow this up by the side of it, so at least during the winter you've got some lovely foliage.
Oh, yeah.
You can do
great
that.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Because if it's a clematis that you can't cut back until February time, then you've got quite a few months of that straggly mess. But if you've got one of these, you've got all of those leaves throughout the winter months as well.
Mind the roses. Don't prickle yourself.
I drove home yesterday. I had all this blood down my
you prickled yourself with a rose.
I did something. Yeah, I don't even noticed. No, I know what it was. Yes, I did.
You were recording some VTs, weren't you?
Is it I got in the car? I wasn't maimed, but I was recording some clips of film for our website, and some of them were hedges. And there was a hawthorn in there as well, so that's what it was. So I got in the car and I was like, what have I done?
What was that?
See, right, I think it's time to show our head gardeners collection, don't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
we love this collection. In fact, the idea behind the head gardeners collection was really good, wasn't it? This is the second head gardeners collection that we brought. The first one was phenomenally popular. This one's been really popular as well. And the idea is that we're going to bring you an amazing trio or amazing collection, something that works beautifully together. Actually, the two collections that we brought you bring excellent sort of seasonal colour or fragrance or whatever it might be, and that's exactly what you're getting with this one here.
And again, today's the 30th of November, so 3.5 weeks till Christmas. Last day of November before heading to December, of course. And how good do these look?
They look amazing.
You know?
And you can see why it's called the red collection, can't you?
Yeah.
The Photinia, little red robin that you've got there.
There you go.
Love the Photinia. I think Photinias are really, really valuable in our gardens. They create wonderful hedges, but you get that gorgeous red growth at the top on the new growth. It's supposed to happen in spring. No idea why this has got red on it now, but it's fine. We'll go with it.
Well, it's nice to see a bit more red.
I don't mind at all.
No, I live in a very exposed garden. So my garden's really quite windy. I live in the country. And these are brilliant for exposed sites. They pretty much do well anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah.
Predominantly grown for the foliage, but the white flowers you saw them there, they're actually really pretty, aren't they?
They're really pretty,
Yeah.
and they do have quite a nice scent to them as well, actually. And they're quite tidy. They sort of come and disappear, and you don't even really notice them going away. This one's a bit more compact than other Photinias. Mine's massive, so this one is massive. I was supposed to trim it, and I still haven't got out there and done it, so I'm just going to have to leave it now. Never mind. It'll look beautiful in the spring, though, when those red bits come up at the top. It's going to be nice and fiery. But this is only supposed to reach about a metre and a half in height, whereas mine's probably 3 metres in height.
But so they are really so, I call them bulletproof.
Yeah,
they are.
Oh, totally hardy. Tough as old boots. Tough as old boots.
So a great one to fill a gap, look after itself, and to be with you for many, many years. Do you say about 1.2 metres on this one, Beck?
About one and a half maximum sort of height and
So not
spread on
huge.
here. Not massive at all. Great in a border.
Then we've also got a Nandina for you next.
Yeah, so this is the Firepower. So the other one that we're bringing you as an individual is the Nandina Obsessed. This one is the Nandina Firepower. This one is slightly more compact than the other one. So this one we are talking maybe 2 feet height and spread. Absolutely brilliant in a pot.
Yeah,
fantastic pot plant. Again, exactly the same as the other Nandina. This has got that colour changing properties. The leaves change colour with the changing temperatures. This one is another one that's tough as old boots. It is hardy, it's fully winter hardy, and it's hardy from -23 to +40 something. So we really are talking the full colour, full temperature range. Berries that you get on here in the summertime, and you also get these kind of white flowers in the spring, so they're kind of star-shaped as well. So a proper multi-season feature plant, just as you would get with the other Nandina as well.
So looking good all year round.
All year round.
And then I've been amazed over the past several years how many wonderful varieties of grasses there are now available in the UK. And this is a prime example. It's a red barren.
Yeah, the
grass.
red barren.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
It really is gorgeous. If I just move it across so you can see the red in the picture there, that is the red that you're going to get from this during the summer months. It's kind of burgundy coloured foliage. It turns at this time of year, but you get that bright blood red colour on the foliage during the summer months if you put it in as much sun as possible. It definitely wants to be in a sunny spot. But yeah, grasses they've gone through a bit of a resurgence in popularity, and I think it's because we've learnt that they're not just for low maintenance gravel gardens. You know, they work beautifully as feature plants. This in a pot all by itself would look amazing, but it also looks great in those mixed borders because you get that contrast of the textures of the foliage.
So 3 wonderful plants. They would normally cost you the best part of £48. They are on special for a very limited time as a Head Gardeners collection for just £24.97. That's working about £8.33 each, which again is amazing value. Don't forget, you will get your free bulbs with every single individual order. So if you order 2 separate orders, you get 2 lots of free bulbs. And we did sell these, many of you will remember, we did sell them on the show a little while ago for $9.99.
We did indeed.
Yeah.
And they were very, very popular. I'm still surprised that we're bringing them as a free gift with purchase. Love it though. And tulips, you can, I mean, lots of bulbs, you can still be planting these out right now. And these are some of the premium ones. I think these are glorious.
Yeah.
Because of the colour that you're getting with these, I think they work so well in all colour schemes. You know, if you were to plant these, doesn't matter what colour you're going to plant these with, they are going to work beautifully. Or if you planted them just on their own, I think that would give a gorgeous display.
I think they're absolutely stunning, really elegant, and they are free with every order today. All you need to do is use the code YGTV.
I love anything that's free.
That is the code you need to use.
Free.
We love those. Right, we have got a few lovely bulbs for you next.
We have, yeah. I mean, if you haven't finished planting your bulbs out yet, you want a few more. Narcissus, your mixed miniature, lovely short varieties that we're getting here, about 20-25 centimetres in height. You get a nice mixture included in there. There are 35 in the one bag, or you could double up if you wanted to. We love a daff, don't we? They're some of the best. Cheerful, bright, sunny.
And do you know what I'm thinking, Bex?
Yeah. He's getting the pots.
I am getting some pots.
I can hear you.
I know, sorry, I'm clunking around. Because I think they look great in these coloured pots, don't you?
Yeah, I think these would be great, actually, because of the colours that you've got here and the yellow contrasting.
I think they'd work in all of those.
Yeah.
I think yellow, green, yellow, purple, yellow, pink.
And if you had, so if you did do the double up and you did 70, you could go that over 3, couldn't you?
Yeah, that's easy.
30, 60, 90, 20, 40, 60. 23 and 1 spare. Thank you, Stuart. I'd probably put 20 in there.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a big full display.
It would be, but I'd
They'd look amazing.
And that could be your Mother's Day gift.
Yeah.
Right there. Mother's Day and one for you.
If you work out the value, the pots are less than £7 for 3. The bulbs, you're going to get, if you go for the 70, the double up, $14.98. So that's less than £25, isn't it?
Yeah, and you've got 3 lovely gifts there.
Yeah.
So mother-in-law, one for you to keep.
Obviously you need a bit of compass as well, but that's really good, isn't it?
I think it's a great idea. Yeah. Really like that.
So anyway, those pots are amazing today. They really are.
Yeah, and bear in mind, those are supposed to be $7.99 each.
Yeah.
So.
I'd say it's not too late, and if you planted bulbs in there, absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, if the ground's too hard or it's too cold to get out there for you, then definitely get your pots out.
Yeah.
Get your pots out.
Now, we've also got, I don't know where that's going. I wonder if your singing career is going to finally take off today.
I've always wanted to be a singer. Sometimes you can't.
Stick at what you're good to, Bex. That's my advice. Hey, I need to. My singing is very hit and miss, actually.
Sometimes I can hold a tune.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm just.
Sometimes.
In fact, because actually, sometimes in the morning you're singing away.
Yeah, it helps to warm my voice up, so I'm not all croaky.
Yeah, no,
Sometimes I can hold a tune. It depends.
Anyway, there's our website. So we've popped up. This is how good the value is today. We've popped We've popped the pots in. We've added the Narcissi, 2 lots of those. So $295. Right, the only thing is we've got postage on there. We've got our free bulbs because we've used the offer code. Do you know what I'm thinking? What much do we need? We need.
We need $9.99 apparently. Are you putting an Escalonia in? Let's try that Escalonia.
And there you go. Yeah.
Look at that.
So it really is worth just sometimes shopping the website, shopping the show, adding 1 extra item, and then getting your free delivery.
Look at that little box as well. Save some more money, become a club member.
Yes.
Whoop, whoop. Do that. If
and
you're
it
not
actually
a club member already.
Well, it said another £3.70, didn't it?
Yeah.
And the club membership is £5 on auto renewal for the year. So
probably one more order after that at some point within the next year, and you've paid for your club membership.
And you'll get £20 worth of vouchers that you can spend on YouGarden over the next 12 months if you become a club member today.
Fabulous.
So the club is really good, the discount club. I wonder how many of the regulars are members. I reckon.
Oh, they must all be, surely.
Yeah, I'd have thought so.
You are, right?
Yeah, I'd have thought so. But let us know if you are a club member. How did you find the club? Let us know, won't you? We'd love to hear from you. And you can message us live on, of course, YouTube and Facebook today. And we are with you until 1 o'clock this afternoon. And then back on Sunday, 10 till 2, aren't we? Now we've got alliums next.
Alliums, the spherocephalon, the... Oh, did we miss something? No, we missed one.
We were just about to talk about the hyacinths, weren't we?
It's a good job Stuart's here to keep us on track, isn't it?
Now, hyacinths, we've got these on a double-up deal. So 10 bulbs for $9.99 or 20 for $14.98. The great thing with hyacinths is they make a great indoor bulb, of course, as well as outdoor. So if you want to plant these in pots and have them inside, they would make some fantastic displays in early spring, wouldn't they?
They really would. I haven't grown hyacinths for years.
I like them indoors because the fragrance is wonderful.
Their fragrance on it is so nice, isn't it?
Really
This is why I'm questioning why I haven't done it for such a long time, because they are absolutely beautiful. The fragrance is glorious. The flowers are actually quite majestic, aren't they? And I think they're quite a traditional flower.
Yeah, of course. You know, one of the UK's favourites.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I'm questioning why I haven't done this recently.
What I would say is if you are growing them inside in pots, as they start to produce the flowers, just rotate, because sometimes it will, they will sort of like lean towards the light. Yeah,
this is why I need to repot my yucca, because I've done that.
Oh, yeah.
The yucca is leaning at the moment. But yeah, so twist them to make sure that they're...
Yeah, but really easy to grow inside. Obviously, you can still plant them outside as well. Double up deal there. So 20 bulbs for £14.98. Then finally, we have got the alliums.
The drumsticks.
Yes.
The spherocephalon. I do adore these, actually. I'm a big allium fan. I used to just like the big, you know, the purple globe ones. But actually, the more I've seen of alliums, I'm really sort of enjoying all the different varieties. I've planted a bunch of these out this year. I'm really excited to see these. These mixed in with your grasses actually look amazing.
Oh, yes.
Honestly, it's such a good display. If you've got some grasses, plant these bulbs in amongst them. They will look incredible. Alliums, these do have the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. So proven performer. You do not have to be an expert or specialist gardener in order to grow these. They are so easy. Plus, they have the badge of perfect for pollinators from the RHS as well. And I can completely agree with that. Not that they care whether I agree with them or not. But I loved watching the bees flying around and buzzing around all the alliums this year. It was incredible to see. They adore alliums. These are going to flower for you a little bit later, actually, than your sort of traditional ball-shaped alliums, because they're more spring. These are more summer, so these are more like July.
June.
Yeah.
Oh, really? As late as that?
Maybe, June, July.
Wow.
You can get these, and potentially into August they can be flowering for, because you do get quite a long flowering period from them as well.
I've never grown this particular variety.
I'm quite excited about these. Plus, these look great as they're dried as well, so as they go over. You know, a bit like your hydrangeas, don't cut the flowers off. Actually, let these go over and leave them, because they do look gorgeous.
Ooh, I like that idea. So it is, I mean, it's amazing. You get 100, then you get another 100 free for £9.99.
And you'll use those. Don't feel like that's too many, because they're quite compact. They'll reach a decent height. They can get up to 1 metre in height, but they're quite slender, was the word you used.
Slender. Right. What
have we got? A lot.
Now, we have got a big stock alert on our Nordman Christmas trees. We are running really low. Now, the price is absolutely amazing, but we've just been told that all of our Christmas trees are getting pretty low in stock.
That's right.
But the value, and I know we've said it several times, but the value is amazing. This is a Nordman, so I always think it's the luxurious Christmas tree. It's got the thicker branches, it's got the thicker pine needles. It's just more lush to look at. You know, you never see these and think they look sparse, do you?
No, never. They're definitely one of the premium trees. They're definitely one of the ones that people sort of go for. They love it, don't they?
And we should say this is a pot-grown tree, but as a cut tree, one of the reasons it's so popular is because it doesn't shed its needles.
Yeah.
Minimal drop.
Absolutely, and even more minimal drop, because we're talking about a pot-grown Christmas tree. So even with your cut Nordman fir, we'll say minimal drop, but even more minimal drop with a pot-grown one, because it's living, it's alive. It's alive.
I'm alive.
It's alive.
Now, I got a couple of these last year from YouGarden, and I can always say I've had I've never had a living Christmas tree before.
Right.
And it's been so lovely. I've sort of forgot about them all year. They're shoved by the side of the greenhouse, outside. I've obviously given them a little bit of water. I did repot them at early kind of January. But when I saw the new growth coming, it was actually really exciting.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah. And I cannot wait. I'm doing the Christmas decorations tonight, and my 2 living Christmas trees, I'm going to put pride of place outside so people notice them as they come to the house for Christmas. But to have a Christmas tree that is yours, that is growing every single year. Peter McDermott, I remember our head gardener, he's had one for about 10 years.
Has he?
Yeah. And he brings every year, it's in a pot, and he brings it inside. It's in a huge pot. I think he has to use one of those, what do you call it?
Sack truck.
Yes. Well done, Bex.
Thanks.
Yeah. But the value today, you're saving £20. We've reduced the price. I'll be honest, we reduced the price a few days ago by £10, and now we are low in stock. Postage is $8.99. Do not pay it. Buy one other item, and we'll say goodbye to the P&P as well.
I might get
one. Are we low on the cut ones as well?
He said on the Norman fir and on the Norway spruce, so
right,
the
so
other
it's the potted ones. I'll be honest, whether we'll get any more before Christmas, I don't know.
I doubt it.
No.
I doubt it at this late stage.
So, and we will dispatch these now, don't forget as well. And then the cut trees are starting next week. But if you do want that, we are really low in stock. I'm not surprised. And if you are a club member, you'll get that for £27. We did check.
Exactly, you get your discount on there.
Yes. Oh, you're back there.
I know, he's trying to make us move, that's
Yeah,
why. He's
sorry.
using his, tactics. Move, is what he's saying.
Move. Right.
Hello. Are you there? Hello.
That's a nice angle
He's
for you,
coming,
Bex.
honestly. Hi.
I'm here.
We've
There
lost
you
the
go.
camera, it's not working anymore.
No. Do I have to do this?
We'll do it
Bex?
like this now.
So that's fine.
Oh,
There you
there we
go.
go, hello.
It's quite nice. There we go. There's a new angle for you to see us at home. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's better, isn't it? That's better.
Camera broke.
All our cameras are robotic, you see, so...
Can't rely on technology,
They're
honestly.
pretty good, though, aren't they?
They've been very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Hang on, stop moving, camera 2, there you go. Right, lavender.
He's in control. Got to remember that.
No, lavender, we have got these on the deal today. So again, if your order's just under £30 and you want to get over that threshold to get free delivery, we're doing a buy one, get one free for just £3.99. I love English lavender. This is lavender Hitchcock, and first of all, it is evergreen. So you will sometimes forget it does actually still look nice in the winter months. But when it comes to summer, you just get the most amazing fragrance. Oh. It's an absolute magnet for bees and butterflies. And I think, a few years ago, I don't think most of us worried about the environment as much as we do today, but now we know we've got to do our little bit. And if you can get more pollinators, more bees and butterflies in your garden, that has got to be a good thing, hasn't it?
It absolutely has, and I think we understand that, don't we, as gardeners, and we are trying to do our bit, and it's lovely to have, even if it's just so that the garden feels nice, to have movement in your garden really does make a difference. It's not just about the colours and the scents that we can create with the flowers and the plants in our garden, but to have movement in there, to invite the birds in and the bees and the butterflies. It really makes it feel like a lovely oasis, doesn't it? An oasis of calm.
Yeah.
My husband commented on it actually to the kids recently. He was talking about how since I'd really been paying attention to the garden and over the last few years, how he's noticed a difference in our garden because there is life in the garden. There are birds coming in and they weren't before.
I thought you were going to say notice a difference in you, as in you were calmer.
I'm not sure I could say that. He has to deal with my crazy on a daily basis. You only get it 3 days a week.
Yeah. You're probably out your calmest in the garden, I'd have thought.
I am.
Most of us are. It's a happy place.
It's
our
place.
happy little place.
Yeah.
So these are wonderful. The price is amazing today. Position-wise, sun. They love sun, don't they?
They do. They love sun, but they don't mind a bit of shade. No. So mine gets morning sun and only a few hours, and it does beautifully out there. If you want loads and loads of flowers and long flowering, then yes, you want as much sun as you can possibly give them.
They survive even in poor soils, but I find if it's a well-drained soil, that's definitely a good thing.
Yes.
What they really don't like, and I just know from my own experience, that if it's in a really wet, heavy, cold soil, they're not going to like that in the winter.
No, they are absolutely not. But they're really easy to
Oh,
look after.
God, they are.
Like, they're very low maintenance.
They
Once
are.
you've planted them out, there's very little that you need to do to them. Obviously, in the hottest, driest months, they might need an occasional watering. And the only other thing that I do to them is give them a trim.
Yep.
Just trim them back, because then you get repeat displays like you're seeing in the picture with the lovely mound of flowers. If you don't trim them, they will get leggy and gappy, and that's not nice. So you want this beautiful mounded shape, and they naturally grow like that as long as you trim them at the end of the season.
And I always think at the front of the border they're the best, because you really want to get as much of that fragrance as possible.
Yeah, as you walk down as well, you kind of brush them and you get that scent.
In Victorian times, they always had that, didn't they? So the long dresses would just catch against the lavender, you get that gorgeous fragrance.
Cover up the smell of them.
Probably, yeah, in those
true.
days. Probably. Right, we're going to move on also to our salvias. And so I've only recently got into salvias. Bought one about 2 years ago. This year it's been amazing. It was okay in the first year, did okay, but the second year it's just gone wild, and it's been covered in flowers all summer long. This is a salvia cherry lips, and it's a buy one get one free with postage included.
Yes.
Which is amazing, and you get your bulbs.
You get your bulbs indeed, yeah. You only put one of them into your basket, and as long as you enter that code YGTV48, we will automatically enter the other one into your basket, plus we will enter that bag of free tulip bulbs in there as well. Salvias are really quite long flowering, and they're quite prolific. You know, the flowers themselves are small, unique, shaped, really, really interesting, but you get lots of them, which is what makes this such an impactful plant to have. My neighbour's one just around the corner is still in flower right now, and still loads of them. It's not like there's just a couple. There are loads of them. My bowl's mauve, by the way, still flowering.
No.
Still flowers on my bowl's mauve.
That's about...
Just letting you know.
That's nearly 10 months now.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that to come back next year. But yes, this one is still flowering now just because of the mild summer. But normally we're talking, mild October. We're normally talking around June time it will start, and it'll go through to October time. Once the frosts start, though, it obviously is going to start, losing those flowers. You do get a bit of colour changing thing going on with the flowers here as well. Hot summers will be more of the colour, and cooler summers you'll get more of the white going on, so that makes it another little bit of unique thing. But it's nice and neat. It's a nice bushy, perennial plant, and it's hardy as well. This is a beautiful thing.
Fabulous, honestly.
Lifetime guarantee, because this is a winter hardy product.
And again, sun or part sun.
Part shade is fine, yeah, as long as it's going to get a few hours of sunshine during the day, morning or afternoon, it's not going to be a problem.
Cool. Just $7.99, 560654 for the salvia cherry lips. By the way, thank you to everyone that's watching today. Really nice. We've got a real kind of core audience now, and we are getting new viewers every single show as well. Yeah. And we're still, for the time of year, really busy, actually. So
I know,
thank you
it's
so
incredible.
much. Those of you that want a Christmas tree, be quick. That's all we're going to say. Be quick. Because there's not many of those remaining, we've been told. I know. I don't need one because I got 2 last year. Right, we're going to move on to our compost though now, which is our top selling product of all time. Do you know what? Even if you're not got anything right now that potentially needs potting up, it's always good to have some of these. It is good because it's annoying when you run out and there's a job that you want to do. So yes, always have a bag of it available because it's the best compost. It really is. Yeah. I'm going to stand by that statement. It is fantastic compost. That's our opinion, but it's also the opinion of thousands and thousands of our customers as well. So please read the reviews on the YouGarden website. So we're going to do 2 50-litre bags, saving $17.99 today, with postage included. Club members, if you're not a club member, join for £5 today on auto renewal, and you'd get the best part of £2.50 off this. Yes, and listen, it's not necessarily just about the value, but as Shaun's broken down a few times, once you start adding in club discount and the free gift and all the rest of it, you are getting incredible value here. But actually, more importantly, this is about how good this is, how it's going to feed your plants, how they are going to live their best life in here, how you're going to get bigger flowers, better flowers, longer flowering season, how your plants are going to be able to deal with differing weather conditions or deluges of water, how they'll be able to deal with pests and diseases, because they're getting what they need from the compost. It's filled with amazing ingredients, all scientifically backed and all in the same quantities, the same recipe. So you'll always get consistency when you're investing in this compost. And again, we would love to hear from you today. You know, how long have you used this compost for? What kind of results have you had? So if you want to comment, get any comments, questions, you can do that live on YouTube and Facebook as well. So let's just break it down one final time in terms of ingredient specs.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so composted wood fibre that you can see running through here. This helps with this amazing texture. This is what's going to help to create that beautiful, strong root structure. None of that horrible, heavy, claggy, you know, thick compost. This is beautiful, light texture. Now, the composted wood fibre also allows for even water distribution as well as water retention. I don't need to explain to you why that is a good thing, do I? We've got in here slow release fertiliser, the green balls that you'll be able to see running all the way through this compost. As soon as you start looking, you get loads of them. This is going to feed your plants for a good 5 months, 5 to 6 months once you first plant them out in there. There's another one, there's another one, there's another one. Oh, look, there's loads of them. There you go. Slow release fertiliser is amazing because it means your plants can take the feed as and when they need it, which is really important.
And it is really clever, like the for want of a better word, but the coating, the shell on the outside, that will only open up and release the nutrients if there's the right amount of water. So if it was really dry, where the plants wouldn't want to be fed, they just want to survive, they wouldn't actually take on that food. So
that's clever, isn't it?
Yeah, it's clever.
Really clever. Yeah. We've got lime in here, which balances out the pH of this. So this is what turns it into your all-round compost, something that you can use for pretty much everything. Obviously, just your ericaceous loving plants, that you don't want to put these entirely in here. You need your ericaceous compost. We do sell that. It is on the website. So we've got lime, peat. 3 different types of peat in here. Makes up less than 50% of the volume of the compost. That has been reduced over the years because obviously there are environmental issues there. But it's been replaced with, backed up with all of those other ingredients, which, as I say, are really focusing on the sort of science of growing plants.
God, it's just the best. And if you order it today, you've got postage included and you'll get your free bulbs as well. 10125. Right, we've had a request to get some of the pots out.
I'll get the pots out.
Yes. We've got some really good pots on the shelf today, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got some great ones. There's some excellent deals. And we've just got a small selection. There's plenty more for you to search on the website, but we'll get what we can.
There's thousands of products on the website. But let's remind you of some of the great items we've had so far. Right, honestly, the Christmas products we've got today are amazing. The wreath is half price. If you're looking at the wreaths in our studio, think, oh, they look nice. These are actually made by a wonderful company for us locally here in Lincolnshire. And they use only the finest of components. They're all pre-decorated for you with lovely pine cones and berries and ribbons. Really good size. And we've reduced the price on these. So they were, I think last week they were £24.99. We've taken an extra £10 off. So today, £14.99. Around about £13.50 for club members. 170033. But to go with these, the garlands, they're really good. I'm not just saying that. You know, I love Christmas. I go a bit crazy with Christmas decorations. And I've seen many garlands in my time, but these are absolutely outstanding for the price that you're paying today. We are looking at a £15 saving. They're a good metre in length, but it's the width of these that is really impressive. You know, these are lush, they're full, there's lots of gorgeous green foliage on there. It will be dispatched next week, so it'll be nice and fresh for Christmas time. And as I mentioned, they'll all be pre-decorated as well. But you are saving today £15. And again, for club members, you'll get those for around about £13.50. I'm going to buy several of those for our pub and put them in the windows. Now, we are very, very low in stock. Did I hit single figures now on this one? No, low in stock, more than single figures, but we are low in stock. And it's the Nordman fir tree pot grown. When I say pot grown, it's spent the last several years predominantly grown in a pot. So it's not suddenly been dug out of the ground and placed in the tree and undergone lots of stress. In a really healthy condition. And how lovely to think that you're going to have this Christmas tree, hopefully for many, many years, if not decades. And every year it will get that little bit bigger. About 20 centimetres a year, these grow. So not massively fast growing, but very healthy. Designed, by the way, this particular breed of Christmas tree doesn't tend to drop many needles when it's a cut variety. Obviously, you're going to lose even less because it's actually living and growing in a pot. 170036 at £29.99. By the way, the postage, it is £8.99, but you'll say have that taken off your order if you get your order to over £30. Now, our choice has been really popular as well. This is the White Dazzler. So in April time, May time, it's going to be covered with these gorgeous white flowers. And not only are the flowers really attractive, but they've got the most incredible fragrance. And the fragrance is a mock orange. So really zesty, really citrusy. They're incredible. So I remember one of my friends in my village has got one of these, two key gardeners actually, Malcolm and Penny. And I remember going to see their choice here last year in springtime, and it was incredible, absolutely amazing. £11.99, 511002 is your item number. Then we had a really good deal on our Escalonia. This is the pink ale variety. It's actually down to £9.99 today. Now, it is evergreen, so you're going to have this lovely, healthy, glossy foliage all year round. But in summertime, this will be covered in these really pretty pink flowers. Really nice fragrance to this one, of course, as well. It is a compact variety. It's a very neat shrub, so it doesn't kind of grow unwieldy. It's not straggly. It tends to stay quite compact. So ideal for a smaller garden and really nice if you grow this in a pot as well. We've got some great pots coming up in a few moments' time. 510545 is your item number, and the price just £9.99. Then we've got some really nice, bright, bold winter bedding for you right now. Do you know what? Even though it's been a bit frosty in the UK, this doesn't care. Doesn't matter if it's -5, -10, -15, it's going to be absolutely fine. But what it will give you is strong, bright block colours this winter. So these look great in borders, they look great in pots, they look fantastic in hanging baskets. And we are doing postage included, but also we have got a double up deal today, so you can get 20 plants for £14.99. Don't forget, you will get those gorgeous tulip bulbs worth £10 with every single order today as well. Then we've got some mini narcissus for you, a real mixture. So these ones will only grow to around about 20 centimetres, maximum maybe 25. Different varieties, some are multi-headed there, so you get lots of lovely little flowers on each stem. You've got a mixture of whites and yellows, just gorgeous. And I like the miniature ones, particularly for hanging baskets and pots. And again, if you've got a smaller garden, a lot of people have been sending pictures, and they've even just got a garden that's all pots. But these would be absolutely superb for those. And you are going to get 35 for £9.99, or you can double up and get 70 bulbs for £14.98, 603.17. Then we're going to move on to the rose patio standards now. There are only certain times of the year where we bring you bare roots, and this is a really good time to plant your bare roots. Now, these particular roses, you get 4 lovely colours. You get a red, you get a yellow, you get a pink and a white. You get many, many flowers covering the actual ball. So we're talking over the summer, you could potentially have hundreds of roses. That's Bex's own, one of her 4 from the summertime. You can see that when I say hundreds of roses, on that one alone, you've probably got, I would say 40, 50, but then look at all the buds that are still to come. You can plant them in your borders, but I think they look really great in pots. And the value today, these are working out less than £7.50 each, £7.49. When you get them home, just give them a good water, soak the roots for at least a couple of hours, use our compost, pop them in there. If you've got a bit of mycorrhizal or some bloodfish and bone, just sprinkle that in amongst the roots, and then just let them settle in over winter, let the roots form, and then suddenly in spring and summer you are going to get these amazing displays. And you're going to have those, bear in mind, you're going to have these every single summer for many, many summers to come. 4 lovely varieties, the pink, the yellow, the red and the white as well. And They'd look great in pots. By the way, don't forget, that's your free gift today.
It is. Tulips, Angel's Wish, absolutely elegant and classic and beautiful tulip, part of the single late variety of tulips. So these are slightly later flowering when it comes to your tulip flowering range. Nice long stemmed you get with your late variety as well here, and they're the classic goblet shape that you're getting with this particular one.
Really nice.
I think they're so elegant. I can't believe we're giving them as a free gift.
We sold them. We remember selling them on the show a little while ago, and they were $9.99. You're going to get them absolutely free with every single order this Thursday. What do you need to do, Bex?
Put that code in when you place your order. Always, whenever you're placing an order, please make sure you put in the relevant code. YGTV48 is our code this week. It actually works on the phones as well. If you are placing a phone order, if you give that to the operator, it will unlock all of the deals that we've got for you. Free postage, buy one, get one free, double up deals, but it also enters, obviously, that free gift into your basket as well.
And just tell the operators, my friends Shaun and Bex, they've given me this code.
Exactly.
YGTV48, and it'll work, I promise you. But we've got so many great pots available. We just thought we'd have our what can we call this bit of the show?
The pot shop.
Yeah, that'll do.
Pot shop?
If you can think of something better, let us know. Potty corner?
Potty, let's get potty.
Yeah. Definitely not potty training, we don't want that. We don't want that, do we? You've got memories of that now.
I've got memories, wow.
Yeah.
That brought back some.
Yeah, anyway, it's our selection of pots
I don't have to do that anymore.
for you right now. And we have got some absolutely wonderful pots for you. So we're going to start with the boxwood.
Yeah, I love the boxwood.
Yeah, I do.
I haven't got this one yet, but I actually do really love this one. I think the colours are great. I love the design that you've got on here. I think it looks quite elegant as well.
Yeah.
So it's quite classy. We were very much talking about this one if you're going for the viburnum standard, because the colours of the pot marry well with the colours of the viburnum flowers. But I think this works for a variety of different plants in your garden. So you can get this one on the website if you want to. It's $9.99. If you just type in boxwood onto the website, it will bring up the details for you. And then we've got the medley. I really do. I've got this one. I like this one.
Yeah, you really like this one, don't you?
I do. I think this one's really quite gorgeous. I like the darker colour with this, particularly if you've got something very bright and colourful in it. This could work with your standard roses. I think it's deep enough. I would probably go slightly deeper, but it could work with your standard roses. It could work with your other standards as well. But I just love the brushed silver design and the patterns that you've got on there. I think it's really classy and elegant. In fact, if you were going with the bay standards or the bay bush, yeah, that would work really nicely with those.
Cool. And can we give the details? Actually, you'd like to go for that?
It's on the website. That one we haven't got an L as we call it.
Oh no, but it is.
It's the medley.
But
so
if you search
for medley.
Do you know what I've noticed with the YouGarden website? It's really quick and responsive.
It is actually.
Do you know when you're searching for something, it's almost like read your mind.
It's a nice website to go around for sure. Yeah. So those are the details there for your silver medley.
But type in medley. I bet by the time you've typed in MED, it comes up.
And there's deals for you on there as well. So if you go for multiples, you can get deals on there as well. Just always remember to enter that code YGTV48 so that you can unlock any other deals as well.
Bex, look at the price when you go for say if you go for 5.
I know. So if you were going for this with your standard roses, by the way, so you get 4 standard roses,
that's a good idea.
So you could go for a pack of 5, that really brings the price down for you, and then you've got 1 extra to use for something else.
Great idea.
Yeah.
So those are the medley. Then we've got lovely square ones, the Torinos.
Yeah, I like these.
Yeah.
I think these are quite handy ones to have. I think these are great. There'll be some summer bedding that you'll be able to use these for, but if we're just talking about winter bedding, like your primroses and things like that, putting your bulbs in here, you could easily put your tulip bulbs in here. Maybe this is part of your free gift. These could go in here. Or maybe even mini daffodils. These would be great, actually.
Oh, actually, the Narcissa that we had,
get
they're
your
really good in there.
The mini daffs, because you get 35 of those and they're on a double up deal, so you could get 70 of those. Oh, yeah, you could fill that pot quite happily and give
you'd
that
have
as
some
a
left
gift.
over,
You'd have some left, definitely.
But as we were saying earlier, little pots on your outside tables, on steps, on walls, it just makes such a difference in springtime.
They do, and that's exactly what I've done, because I've got these and I've got some of the round ones. I can't remember what we call those, but I've got those outside. And actually, I've used the outdoor table, because obviously we're not sitting outside and using that table and eating there, but I filled it with these pots. And it looks beautiful. I'm looking out my kitchen window at some gorgeous winter bedding in there.
And do you know, if you're just buying those pots today, because postage is included in those. For $12.45, you're going to get 5 pots delivered free of charge, and you're going to get your free tulips. Don't forget as well, but just use that offer code YGTV48. Right,
nice.
I really like these, Bex.
Do you like these?
I
think
do.
It's the colours,
These
isn't
have
it?
grown on me. It's kind of they're just brightening up today. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at this time of year, it is a bit wet. It is a bit, a bit dark. Yeah. We drive to work in the dark and we drive home in the dark now, don't we?
True. It's true.
The good thing is, in just over 3 weeks, remember, it gets a little bit lighter every day.
Yeah, that's it. It starts to get
It
lighter.
does.
Again,
Just
doesn't
over
it?
3 weeks.
That's
and it starts,
how far through
we are nearly there.
Yeah,
And
but these add that extra colour
they
into your
do.
garden, don't they?
They
'Cause
brighten it up.
There's not that much colour going on. There's a few flowers and things, and obviously we've been bringing you all the winter bedding and things to add that colour. But pots that are coloured like this also just add that extra colour that you want.
Now, these are normally, that's the full price, $7.99 each. Today, and they have been selling really quickly, as you can imagine, over the past few days, you get all 3 for £6.97. And again, if you just want to, plant these up with bulbs, I'm thinking about Mother's Day. You can actually plant them up now, and then come March time, they would look absolutely fantastic. But they do give you really good winter colour. Do you know? I was going to say that Escalonia.
So this probably isn't going to live its full life in this pot, but it could certainly start off its life in here. And you'd probably then pop this on at some point later on. But yes, it could happily live in here for a short period of time, because I do quite like that marrying of the pink with the pinks. That's quite nice. I like that. I know what we could put in here.
What else we got?
I got one of these.
Sorry, what are you getting, Bex?
I got a silver bush. Ooh, I like the silver bush in the green one. Or maybe.
I think, yeah.
Oh,
Nandina.
yes, the Nandina. That would look great in there. And that would live in there quite happily for a little while, because that's the more compact variety.
And actually, do you know, Stu just had a good idea. If you went for the head gardener selection, should we just try that? I've got it down here, Bex.
Grab them.
So, let's have a look.
So we've got the Nandina in one of them. Obviously, it's just a bit higher. Oh, you've red...
Or do you think that'd be better in the purple?
Maybe.
Try the... Do I like that? Well, I do like that.
Oh, and then the Photinia. Yeah, I mean, again, I wouldn't keep the Photinia in there. It could be a temporary home, and then I'd plant the Photinia out somewhere else. But, if you're buying the head red selection, head red for its shorter name, you might put them into pots for the time being. Definitely the Nandina, definitely the bloodgrass. I'm questioning the Photinia.
I am as well, to be honest.
But I think that the silver bush will work happily.
Oh, that's better, Bex.
Actually, in any of these 3 colours. I think that silver bush works nicely in the purple as well.
Yeah,
and in the green.
Yeah, I like that.
I think it really stands out in the green.
We're having fun, aren't we? We are. So those are the really good value. $6.97 today.
Oh, now my favourite one. Whoops. Diablo.
I'm with you on this. I really like this.
I adore this one.
It looks so heavy. Yeah, I'm not being funny, but you look at that and it looks solid. It looks like it's maybe a metal that's been aged, a concrete, something like that. It's really, really heavy and substantial looking. But this is how technology has progressed. In my day, a plastic pot looked absolutely awful.
Yeah, hideous.
You even used to have a seam down it, do you remember?
Yeah.
But manufacturing techniques have just come on in leaps and bounds. And this is a proper kind of vintage.
I love it. It's
aged look. I'm not being funny, but you can actually almost imagine that in an antique store, couldn't you?
I could, yeah. And you'd pay a lot of money for it as well, actually. This one is gorgeous. I love that aged effect. I like the contrast between this bit, which looks like some kind of metallic edging to it.
It does.
And then the kind of concrete or stone. I'm in love with this one. This is my favourite. I adore it.
And it is, by the way, is virtually half price today at just $11.99. What do you think would go well in here?
Well, I think that would work quite happily, which is the viburnum standard. That's going to go really nicely in there. But one other thing I'm going to get, just running around the studio.
Doesn't that look nice?
That looks beautiful, and I think it's the right size. Again, you need to. So you're marrying up the size of the top of the viburnum with the pot.
Pots,
I love it.
The right pot makes such a difference.
It
doesn't
really
it?
does.
Yeah,
It makes things really
love
stand
that
out.
look. That looks really expensive, doesn't it?
That does.
The
Imagine getting 2 of
viburnums.
those and 2 of those.
Yeah, so the viburnums are $29.99 on our website.
And that's the other one I'm going to go for in there.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
And that's our bush bay tree.
I like that.
Really nice. And
What else can we
the
put in
bay's
there?
only $14.99, by the way.
We've got some more plants we can put in there. Oh! Oh! Hold on.
Go on.
Hold on.
Do you know what I was thinking as well, Bex? One of the pot-grown Christmas trees would probably go in there for a year or 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You're thinking Buxus next?
I'm thinking Buxus. What do you reckon?
Let's have a look.
Hello.
Oh, I like that. Oh, yes.
Check that out.
It's a really nice pot, isn't it?
That's a beautiful pot. $11.99 for that.
And that was one of the top sellers yesterday, actually, wasn't it?
It's my favourite.
Yeah, and it's mine as well.
Get a Buxus in there.
So we just wanted to show you there's a fantastic selection of pots here at YouGarden. We've just shown you some of them, but there's lots more on the YouGarden website as well. But if you really like this one, it is the Diablo, normally £22, and it is down to, in fact, normally £22.99, but it is down to £11.99 today. So big saving there of £11. And then the viburnum, I know this has been really popular. In fact, we nearly ran out of stock, but some new ones did arrive.
They got a few extras.
Yes.
It was a really popular one for us last week, wasn't it? It's a gorgeous one, though, isn't it?
Now, bear in mind, it's the last day of November. This is how good viburnum looks in the winter months.
Look at all those flowers.
Flying right now, it's going to flower all the way through the depths of the winter. Very easy to grow viburnum as well.
Yeah, dead
really
simple, aren't
easy.
they?
Yeah.
I mean, these have been skillfully crafted into the lovely standard shape, that lovely lollipop look that you're going to get at the top there. All you're going to need to do is just prune this to maintain the shape of it. But what it gives you is gorgeous winter colour, gorgeous winter fragrance. I love those clusters that you get there. I really like how you get this kind of really deep pink kind of bud, and it opens up into this flower, and you get the different shades of flower on there.
Just look at how many flowers and buds.
There's so many.
Amazing. And if you really, maybe you want a couple of lovely displays outside your home this Christmas and you don't want to go for traditional holly, these would be amazing. And you've got all of the fragrance.
Oh, and the scent on this is, I mean, it's quite sweet, isn't it?
Oh, it's lovely.
It's a lovely
smell.
smell.
I don't have the best sense of smell. That is just gorgeous.
You don't often get viburnums in this standard form. You can get viburnum bushes and they're great, but you don't often see them in this standard form. And if you do, they're going to have a hefty price tag to them. There's a lot of skill involved in this. These are several years old. It takes a lot of skilled craftsmanship or craftspersonship to create it into this shape.
So that's just a few little ideas for you today. And I was excited just seeing that. And you're now imagining your front door with 2 of those either side of your front door. So the viburnum is $29.99 and it has got £10 off today. We'd love to hear from you. If you are going for the pots, let us know what you think of them. Now, this is our bay tree that we've got. Now, we have got standard bay trees on the show.
Yes.
But this is the best value one.
Yeah, the bay bush.
Well, we did our research. We went online and the best price we found for one of these was $18.99, but then it had $7.99 postage.
Yes.
So it worked out nearly £27 for one of these. The price that we have got on the show today for the bay is only $14.99 with free delivery as well.
Yeah, and it's a really big established plant, okay? This is the size that we are talking about.
It's about 80 centimetres.
Yeah, about 80 centimetres height. So again, this is a good couple of years old.
Yeah.
This is not a baby. It's been grown on already. It's nicely established. It's really quite hardy. It is winter hardy. It's not quite hardy. It is winter hardy. It doesn't mind. I mean, it wants a sunny position. It'll cope with a little bit of shade. But the wonderful thing about it is it's useful.
I know, I've just done that.
You use your bay leaves in your cooking, and it's gorgeous.
Just quickly give the details of this one, if we can. $14.99 with postage included. Yeah. So amazing. So go on the website. I should say go on the internet. And just type in bay tree bush, about 80-90 centimetres, see what price comes up. The best we found was, say it was £18, but then you had to pay £8 postage.
Yes.
It was something like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, it worked about £27, if I remember rightly. We're at £14.99. And I always think bay trees look so classy, don't they?
They do, because they always look good. This is the other thing.
Yeah.
It's another one that looks good all year round, you know, so it's evergreen and it's luscious and it's gorgeous and it's useful as well. I love growing herbs in my garden. I've only got a few. I've got rosemary and I've got the thyme and I've got my bay bush out there, but they're useful herbs. These are ones that I use the most regularly in the cooking that I do. And I think that's the same for a lot of people.
You know.
A lot of leaves.
I don't think you're ever going to run out of bay
You're
leaves.
not going to run out. I mean, you can dry these as well if you want to. So, you know, if you're pruning it to maintain the shape of it, you know, take those and actually dry them. So then you've got dried bay leaves as well as fresh bay leaves. The flavour of a dried bay leaf is more intense than the flavour of a fresh one. I like the fresh one though. There's something slightly different about the flavour it infuses.
I'm thinking, Bex, I like the idea of you bringing in some nice homemade stews for me and Stu.
For you and Stu.
Yes. Some casseroles. Yeah.
I could do that. I haven't done a stew yet this year.
Bex is a better cook than me, that's what we decided.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, you are?
We'll have to try
Well,
it
you
out.
actually cook.
I do actually cook.
No, I do as well. I'm only joking. And then just staying with the planters, that's the bay tree bush there, 680266. But really, really busy for these this week.
Okay, these are my other favourites.
Yes.
Because I just think, so first of all, the value on this is incredible because look at the size of these. These are huge, by the way, and they do have a raised bit in the bottom, which is wonderful because it creates a trough in the bottom there, which is wonderful, but also means you don't have to, you know, there's a lot of less compost you're putting in there, basically, so these are really, really good size, incredible value. I think if you don't know what you're going to do with them yet, I still think you should get hold of these while these are at this price because you will definitely find something to do with these. We had the wonderful cordyline in here because I think the cordylines and these would make the perfect frame to a doorway.
But do you know what? I want to try one of the Christmas trees in their bags.
Yeah, do it. I think that would work beautifully.
Only because they are quite heavy. But I think, because you get, you know, got the living Christmas trees.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's going to sit a little bit higher than that because obviously with the compost in.
It would be, you'd have it about there, wouldn't you?
Yeah. That would be perfect.
Come on, that could look really good.
Yeah.
Wish I hadn't lifted this. That's why they're £8.99 to be delivered, but you would get them delivered free, not by me. If you spend over £30, everybody.
Yeah, go put it down.
That is quite heavy, actually.
These already have the drainage holes in the bottom of them, by the way, so you don't need to be getting a knife or a drill or something like that and then breaking them.
No.
Yes, they already have those drainage holes in there, so you don't need to worry about that at all. And I just think they look absolutely glorious. I really love this gold design here into the black bit there. I think that is really classy.
And you are saving £24.99, so they are half price today. Amazing value.
I love them.
Yeah.
I really do.
And as I say, because of the gold finish, you actually could make them look quite festive.
You really could.
What's the price?
This is £25.99 on the bottom there for one.
There you go. Yeah. We do get really good deals on the TV show. Just thinking, we've been the TV show we started in August, didn't we?
August bank holiday.
Yes,
I think was
August
your first
bank
show,
holiday. Just so you know, we've got lots of exciting things happening next year.
Yes, we have.
So we continue in December. Most of the shows are going to be live in December. Mm-hmm. So we are going to be live in December. Still Wednesdays and Thursdays, 10 to 1, and a Sunday with 10 till 2. But we just had a question, what Sky channel are we on? Well, the YouGarden TV is only streamed, I say only, but it's on YouTube, Facebook, and on our website, YouGarden.com.
Which is the future, by the way.
It is. It
really is.
But having said that, we are also working with QVC next year. And we're going to be, that's the biggest shopping channel in the UK, of course. And we are going to be on their main channel and their sister channels because they've got QVC Style and things like that. And they're on all the platforms. So they are on, obviously, Sky
and
Virgin and Freesat and Freeview. So that you will be able to watch the YouGarden programmes on QVC next year.
But this is the regular one. So this one, currently we're doing Wednesdays, Thursdays, Sundays. Who knows what will happen in the new year once we get into more peak gardening season. We may even increase that. Who knows? There might be extra shows. So this is the one one to tune in and watch. And we'll let you know when we're doing the QVC shows. Obviously, we want you to tune into those as well.
We do. We want you to watch as much as possible.
Hopefully.
And we want you to be part of our garden community as well. So, yeah, we love it when you send in pictures, when you message.
Show us your gardens.
It's just,
I'm nosy. I want to see your gardens.
Well, actually, we've both have had. Well, we've both. How do I put it?
Spit it out. Come on.
Well, some of your gardening ideas and some things you've done, we've kind of taken on ourselves.
Oh, no,
borrowed.
Stolen those ideas, so I'm all right with that.
I'm trying to find a word.
Stole that idea.
Yeah. But gardening is about sharing, isn't it? I run a garden club in our village, and we do share ideas.
It's what it's all about. You take inspiration from various different places and create your own thing out of it.
And also, some of our deals, you might buy some plants, and it might be a bit, or maybe the free bulbs today. You've maybe placed several orders, and you've got several packs of bulbs. It's nice to share and give things away as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, we are going to just remind you of some of the great items we've had today live on the last day of November.
Woohoo!
That means December starts tomorrow. This is the viburnum. By the way, if you like the Hendrix planters, the details on the screen there for those, 130522. But these are the viburnum, and oh my word, this is just most gorgeous standard. As we were saying, it's quite rare to get a viburnum grown as a standard. There's a lot of work gone into the growing, the grafting process. But over winter, right now, these are going to look incredible. Covered in white flowers, hundreds of them, and the pink buds that turn white as they open. The fragrance of these is absolutely divine, don't forget. And I think these could look really festive. Put some little twinkle lights around there. Have those either side of your door. They are going to look amazing as guests arrive for Christmas. 510 191 at just £29.99. Now, you just saw that phenomenal deal on a bay tree bush as well. Do bear in mind, not only are you getting this at half price and postage included, but if you are a club member, you get 10% off all of the plants and the Christmas decorations today as well. 680-266, just $14.99. And as we said, you can obviously use your bay leaves for cooking, either fresh or you can dry them out. But I love bay trees, and so they look good all year round. They always look classy, don't they? They always look elegant and sophisticated. I'd love to be a bay tree. And then we had our cordyline. Now the cordyline, these are big. These are really big, actually. Phenomenal value. It's called the Torbay Dazzler. Really like the foliage on this one. You've got greens, you've got creams. You've even got, on this, a little hint of like a salmon pink in the centre as well. So it's like tri-coloured. It's really gorgeous. And winter hardy down to about -5. If it's particularly cold, just strap that up, just as you tie it up, give it a bit of extra protection. But honestly, they will just grow taller and taller and look phenomenal. Yeah, there you can see the pinks in there. They're really beautiful. Big size on those. I mean, the ones that we've got on the nursery right now, I would say are close to a metre in terms of height. Really good value. At just $14.99, 680-236 for the Torbay Dazzler. We love the rose. This is the Abracadabra. So magical, and it is magical. Breeding, God, do you know, I take my hat off to the breeders worldwide that create these amazing new varieties, and it can take several years, if not decades. This rose has been bred to be dramatic, to be unique. Every rose will be that a little bit different, but you've got this fabulous velvet combined with the cream yellow. It looks amazing, this one, doesn't it? It is a floribunda, so you're going to get many, many roses on the single stems there, and it will flower all summer long. 530316. It does arrive as a bare root, so don't forget, with the bare root, give it a good soak before you plant it. That'd be great in pots, but obviously if you're planting it in the ground, Just don't do it when the ground is frozen. You know, you can obviously store this for a little while in a cool, dark place, but ideally, at this time of year, I'd probably start that off in a pot. 530316 and £9.99. And then the lowest priced item in the show is our lavender. I love lavender. And I'm not alone. The bees and the butterflies just adore it. So it is a magnet for pollinators. The fragrance that you get with lavender, as you know, I'm sure, is absolutely divine. And that's why lavender really lends itself to pathways. As you walk down that path, you're going to just get that incredible fragrance summer after summer. Good time to plant it is now, really is. Lavender is easy to grow. It will survive even in poor soils. Does like full sunshine. We'll make do with partial sun, but loves full sunshine. The only thing I'd say is it doesn't like heavy, wet, cold soils. So do bear that in mind. Don't put it in a really cold, damp position. Loves full sun, but very easy to grow. And you're going to get those flowers year after year. It's a buy one, get one free at just £3.99. 510319 is your item number. Then we've got our salvia. Now this is the salvia cherry lips. Oh my word. Do you know I've fallen in love with salvias recently? Because they just flower so much all summer long. And the shape of the flowers, it's really different, really unusual. You can see why it's called cherry lips, can't you? Because you've got the look of lips there, or the shape of lips, I should say. It's very easy to grow. Again, part sun, only £7.99, £5.60. 654. It's a buy one, get one, absolutely free today. And then if you need some compost, we have, of course, got our premium professional compost today, just £24.98. And you're going to get 2 50-litre bags. Now, our compost has had thousands of 5-star reviews over many, many years. You've got the composted wood fibre, that forms about 50% of it. You've got different types of peat, white and dark peats. We have reduced the quantity of that, obviously, to keep up with environmental issues and needs. You've got the slow-release fertiliser in there. You've got the lime to balance the pH, and you've got a wetting agent as well. So the whole combination of those magical ingredients does create the perfect environment for virtually all plants, and we always say from seeds right the way through to trees. Absolutely amazing, and we'd love you to try it if you've never ordered before. That is 125 at £24.98. But at this time of year, there's still a bit of clearing up to do in the garden. There is in my garden. Is yours, Bex?
Yes.
Yeah, I've still got some leaves that are just there.
I have got a lot of clearing up to do, actually, and I just need to find the time to get out there and do it. And these are one of the best things. This is what I have whenever I'm out gardening, no matter what it is, no matter what the season is, actually, because this isn't just for this time of year. You know, when I'm going around and doing my weeding in the spring and the summer, when I'm potting things up, I'm using these.
Same here.
I empty my compost into this because I just find it easier to get the compost out of here than out of the bag. So I just put all the compost in here. I use it to collect all the leaves up at this time of year. Whenever I'm going around the borders and I'm weeding, the weeds go into here before I tip it into the big bin. I use them to grow stuff in as well. So I've got 4 things growing: my cordyline, my garlic. I've got an apple tree growing in there, the apple teeny. I can't wait for that.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Because they grow little apples. I'm really excited about that. And I've planted a rose bush in here as well.
Yeah,
so that's just
menopause rose.
Menopause
yes.
rose, yeah. So that's currently what
I've
growing.
got 2 living Christmas trees from last year.
There you go.
You got in mine, yeah. And you know, tonight, I think tonight or tomorrow morning, we're going to decide where they're going to go. We'll be lifting up using the handles. And I'll be honest, I am going to decorate the pot. I'm going to maybe tie some hessian round, something like that.
Absolutely. I mean, these are commercial grade pots for growing stuff in. And the reason being is that they're really heavy duty, as per the name.
Oh, yes.
But they're strong. They are designed to last you for many, many years. The handles are actually moulded on so they won't crack or break off. And if you've ever used some of those more flexible plastic containers, the handles break all the time.
Yeah, the garden trugs. And I bought one for Mum, and it was a pretty coloured looking thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the handle literally ripped off.
It rips off so easily.
Any kind of weight was in there, it just couldn't cope with it. I've looked around some really heavy stuff in mine.
Absolutely, but they've also got these drainage holes around the sides as well as in the bottom, which is really what sets them apart and makes them proper commercial grade growing pots, because it means that you're not going to get that problem with waterlogging happening, particularly if you get those deluges that happen regularly. It means that there's excess places for the water to drain.
And many plants will, as you'll know, will die if they're left too wet for too long.
It's one of the biggest problems, particularly if you're growing fruit trees and things.
Yeah.
One of the main problems that the nursery discovers with the problems that people have is they're too waterlogged or overwatered, or they're sitting outside in too much water.
More plants die from being overwatered than under.
It's true.
Plants can sort of survive, not all plants, but a lot can survive being a bit neglected from water for a little while. They kind of adapt. But a plant sat in loads of water, unless it's,
I don't like it.
No, unless it's a plant that belongs near a pond or in a pond, it's not going to like it. So that drainage is really important.
Yeah.
And if you ever walk around, next time you walk around, a garden centre, nursery,
you'll see these.
You will.
You will.
You'll see fruit trees growing in these.
They are one of the most useful bits of hardware that you can buy for your garden, and you've got a great price getting 4 of them.
And honestly, we both use these every time we garden. I've got
every time.
I've got 8 of them, so I must have bought 2 sets. I've had them for over 10 years, and right now, I've got things growing in them. But I had my tomato plants in them over the summer, and they did so well.
Yeah, they love it, don't they?
Yeah. And that price, £5 a pot is really good value, and postage is included as well. Maybe 2 for you, 2 for somebody else, but I think 4 is a good number because you're likely to find at least 1 or 2 things to grow in them.
Yes.
But you really want 1 or 2 spare to use when you're gardening.
That's it. Absolutely. Collecting leaves, collecting weeds, collecting stuff in there, or using just a storage, wood storage. If you've got a log burner, I'm jealous. I want a log burner.
Yeah, I've got a log. I have
you
got
put
a
your
log
logs
burner.
in it and carry it.
And we do.
Great.
We honestly do that. 130 011 at 19.99 with postage included.
Woo!
However, tomorrow is the 1st of December. 3 weeks this Monday is Christmas Day. 4 weeks today, it'll all be over.
That's true, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it will. So the point we're making, we have got absolutely gorgeous standard hollies for you right now. Now, the value we're doing on these is incredible. You get both of the trees, you get both of the pots, which really lend themselves towards Christmas as well, for £46.98. You'll get free delivery because they're over £30, so ignore the £6.99. Club members should save another £4.70 or so off that. You just need to use the code to get this off today, YGTV48. Now, of all the standards that we've brought you over the last few days, these have been the most popular. I'm not surprised, are you?
I'm not surprised at all. Do you know what? I'm just looking at it because they look different. I think I've got a smaller pot here.
Yes, you do get the 11 centimetres.
So you get the bigger one. Look at Shaun's one. That's the one you get. I got the wrong pot. But yes, these are absolutely brilliant. I have these outside the front of my house. They are glorious. I adore them. I think they bring a really gorgeous festive feel. I do love the pots, and I do think they're very festive, and I think they'll live happily here. But I would potentially repot next year because you want a deeper pot, basically. Use these pots for something else. But they are nice and festive for this year. You've got that lovely brushed gold thing going on there. But can I just point out the amount of berries that you can see on that plant? There are so many berries on there.
And it's been a really good year for our holly trees.
Such a good year. Look at
those.
They are beautiful.
In fact, let me just tilt it forward as well.
Look at how many berries.
There's loads, isn't there?
So these are the berry producing variety. I mean, they're female, so they produce the berries basically. So they are prolific at producing those berries. And they're not going to grow out of control. They might get up to a metre and a half in height. Very, very easy to look after. All you need to do is prune it. You know, if you get, like you can see this shoot's going to come out. So you're just going to take a little prune, take your secateurs to it and just prune it to maintain that beautiful ball shape. But you'll have them for so many years. And every year you can bring these out and put them either side of the door and just get that lovely festive feel going on.
Now, what I'll do, remind me on Sunday, I'll bring in some pictures of mine because I've got 2 in pots right now.
Yes.
But I put 2 of them in the ground.
Oh, did you? And those got bigger, didn't they?
Yeah, the ones in the ground, the heads are like this. So with the choices, obviously your pot will restrict it to some degree. The ones on the ground have gone absolutely crazy.
Beautiful.
But you know what? I know we're all different, but I love it when guests arrive for Christmas and it looks festive as they arrive. It kind of sets the scene, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I'm doing a lot of hosting this year. I'm not doing Christmas Day. I'll tell you why. Between you and I at home, cooked everything. I've done it for years. And I have my mum and Jay's mum and dad, and there's a neighbour who's elderly. And last year everyone arrived and everyone was like, "Oh, I'm not hungry today." They
have a smaller appetite when they get older.
Yeah, bless them. My mum's 83 and all she wanted was one Brussels sprout. That's all she managed. I'm joking. But she doesn't eat a lot. So I was relieved this year we are going to friends. My mum's coming as well. And,
Very nice.
But yeah, and it's a friend who's a really good cook.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Vicky, if you're watching. Vicky Bingley, she's called. She's a really good cook.
Amazing.
But I'm doing loads of other things. I'm doing Boxing Day and I'm doing Christmas
good,
Eve and New Year's Eve party. So I just love it when people arrive to set the scene.
Yeah,
and these do, don't they?
I think it's glorious to do that, and I always decorate mine with twinkly lights. I've got a couple of those battery powered.
Yeah, because
they're really cost effective. Cheap.
I was going to say cheap and cheerful.
They are. And all I do is I wrap it around so you get the lights coming up the stem and then, through the berries and the foliage at the top, and it looks beautiful to walk into that.
Now the value, I'm going to say again, we've got the most amazing deal on these today. You are going to save £43. Premium quality, grown to standard, so a lot of work has gone into the growing of these, of course, over the last few years, and they will come with the 11-inch pots as well. Normally nearly £90, $46.98. You will not pay any postage, and for all of you lovely club members, you'll get 10% off that price. So actually it works out, take $4.70 off that, it works out about £22 just over.
Yeah, perfect.
Delivered free.
Absolutely perfect.
£22 each, I should say.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, considering you'll have them for so many years
as
well. So every year you'll bring those out. Every year you'll get that lovely festive feel. I love them.
And they have been selling really well, those, by the way.
They have, because there was racks and racks of them when we drove into the car park this morning.
Yeah,
they were
ready
all
to be
out there,
delivered.
ready to be dispatched.
Thank you, by the way, to everyone today. We love the fact that so many of you watching on YouTube, Facebook, and of course on the YouGarden website as well.
Yep.
You probably don't often see how many people are on there, but a lot of people do watch, of course, on YouGarden.com. Right, we've only got about 10 minutes so left. We've still got a few things, Bex.
Yeah, we have. There's a few that we haven't brought out for you. So the first one is your Daphne Perfume Princess. Gorgeous one, this one. And this is probably the most fragrant shrub in the world.
It has been claimed to be, hasn't
honestly,
it? Yeah.
It is so fragrant. And this is sort of, you get some of the largest Daphne flowers from this particular variety, up to 4 times larger, the flowers on this, than other Daphnes out there. It's gloriously evergreen as well, which is wonderful. I do like
lovely leaves, actually.
I was just about to say, I like the shape of the leaves on here. They're quite interesting, aren't they? And they're kind of glossy as well, so they look great as an evergreen shrub. It is the perfect pot to go...
Plant to go in a pot?
Oh, dear. It is the perfect plant to go in a
pot,
as well as a border, okay? Because, it'll reach maybe 3 or 4 feet height and spread. So to have it in a pot, I think, would be beautiful. Plenty of the pots that we've been showing you today, this will work gorgeously. But it's a spring flower, so March, April time, it's going to just fill your garden with the most beautiful scent. But you said your mum's got one of these. Was that what you were telling us?
She did in the last garden, yeah. Do you know what was really annoying? She had a lovely garden and she moved 3 years ago. Now, between you and I, we did take a few of the plants with us.
Absolutely, as you should.
A few. But turned out we could have taken so much more because the lady that moved in there hated gardening. Dug it all up and just literally gravelled and concreted the lot. So I felt really sick because I would have taken the Daphne, but I took the things I thought I could
get away with.
Yeah, things I could divide and leave. I did. I was and I did it subtly over a period of time as well. But I should just ask because we'd have taken a lot. Yeah. But anyway,
never mind.
We did have a Daphne there. We did leave it, and then I don't think it did find a nice home, sadly. But I do remember the fragrance, and it was absolutely amazing. And I'm pretty sure it was this variety, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was from YouGarden. I'm pretty sure. I recognise the leaves. I'm sure it was, yeah.
Well, it's winter hardy, so it has the lifetime guarantee. You get clusters of those flowers that grow all the way along the stem as well. So you do get lots of those flowers which produce that glorious fragrance. It's wildlife friendly, obviously. Wants a sunny spot, but it won't mind a little bit of shade as well. As long as it's getting some sun throughout the day, it's going to be absolutely fine. So I think you've got a bit of versatility going on here.
And say the leaves, even in this time, you know, it's November, December tomorrow, they still look absolutely great. But it is all about those flowers and the fragrance as well. 501038. Now, it's not too late to plant your bulbs. I've even planted in January before. In fact, I was reminding my mum about that last night. Because my mum was like, oh, you've still not planted some of my bulbs. I was like, yes, mum, but remember that year I planted in January.
And they were fine.
They were. Particularly tulips, actually. Yes. Should be watching. But it's not too late. We've got tulips, double up deal, 20 for £9.99 or 40 for £14.98. And these are compact, aren't they?
Yeah, these are the Grigii hybrids. So that you get, they're much more compact, these one. Earlier flowering and shorter stems than with most tulips. So, you know, as far as the flowering season are concerned, these are going to come early on in that flowering season. And because they're that shorter stemmed, it means that they will work well with other flowers as well in your garden. Sometimes you want tulips all by themselves, but these will marry well because of that height. You've got, actually crocus, because we had the lovely,
Yes.
Like we had the mix last week with the free gift. These would work perfectly with a crocus. But what you also get with these, which distinguishes them, is that kind of striped or mottled foliage, and you get that beautiful kind of purple foliage on here, as well as that bright red flower on here. I love that bright red flower. And
don't forget, we had all those lovely pots earlier, so it's not too late to plant up some pots.
No, definitely not.
What I tend to do, and you know, I'm lucky I've got quite a big garden, but I'll plant things up and I'll kind of things that are not looking great, like the bulbs when you first plant them, you obviously got nothing to show, so I'll just pop them in a corner out the way.
That's it, yeah, move them out the way.
And then as they start to come through and to get into bud, I'll put them pride of place. So you're going to get 20 for £9.99, or you can double up and go for 40 for just £14.98, 600 027. Now, this is exciting.
Yeah, we love this one.
Oh, this one is.
It's got to be one of the last times we're bringing it, because we brought it to you for a few weeks now.
We have.
I can't imagine we're going to keep bringing you the fritillaria, but this one is glorious. It's stately and it's majestic and it's beautiful and it's a showstopper. It's a head turner. It's all of those superlatives. It's going to be incredible. April, May time, this will pop up out the ground and it's going to get quite tall, about 1 metre in height.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Lovely, strong, copper-coloured stem on here, and then that cluster of these beautiful orange flowers. Look at the tops of those as well, the purples, the pinks, the cream. I think that's super interesting.
And the orange is like, I think it's like a burnt orange, isn't it?
Yes. I love it.
Like
and then that tuft at the top, that crown of foliage.
That's the colour my beard goes in the sun.
It's true.
And my hair looks something like the Crown Imperial. It did this morning anyway, before I'd styled it. But seriously, it's really exotic.
Yeah.
I'm going to be growing these in pots in my Mediterranean area in my garden. I just want to see the drama, don't you?
It's going to be very dramatic for sure. These are Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit holders. So I point that out because these look like they're quite complicated. This, you know,
it does. Looks like it's going to be hard work.
You need to be an expert gardener, don't they? But actually, they've got the RHS AGM, which means that they're proven performers in our gardens. You don't need to worry too much about these. Plant them, wait, have a look and see. Plant them in a sunny spot, I would suggest, with these, and don't plant them in clay soil. That's the only advice. Other than that, you'll have a great display next year.
And then just a quick reminder, at the end here we have got our choice. You've loved this one. It's the White Dazzler. This is one that is obviously evergreen, so it's got all of the foliage looking great right now. But it's all about the blossom and the flowers, I should say. And you're going to get these gorgeous flowers April, May time. It's going to smell divine. We call it like a mock orange because it really is citrusy. And we have recently reduced the price of this down to £11.99, but it is a massive white, this one.
A complete mass, yes. And you can see how those flowers are covering this, and that is exactly what will happen for you April, May time. You might get a second flush of them as well in August, September time too. It gets completely covered, and that's where that fragrance comes from. It's going to be a standout head turner, definitely, at around that time. It's one of the very best as far as, you know, compact, hardy, evergreen shrubs for you to have in your garden.
Wow.
And because it's evergreen, because you get the flowers on there, literally this is going to be interesting all year round.
I love choices, but this
Yeah,
particular variety is amazing. And although I'm looking forward to Christmas, I'm just thinking, I'm already excited about spring.
Me too, me too.
I am.
That's when the garden springs into life, doesn't it? I mean, we're bringing you lots of stuff for winter and winter interest and colour and stuff, but yeah, spring is quite an exciting time.
It is. Oh, and then quickly, these are amazing, because let's enjoy Christmas first of all.
Yeah, let's.
And we've got a local supplying company that, because we're in Lincolnshire, we're based in Lincolnshire, we've got an 11-acre nursery, but these are made for us locally with a lot of love, a lot of care, a lot of skill, and they're exceptional value.
Yeah, they are.
We were, normally £30. We've got them for $14.99. Club members, we did check, because your 10% is normally on plants, but it does apply to these as well. It
does indeed, yeah. So that value that you're getting here from it, these are all sort of natural materials, the pine cones, and this is real fir. And then you've got the gorgeous decorations going on. This is how it's going to come to you. It's natural backing on there as well. I won't take it down because I'll probably drop it. But okay, lovely, I will do.
Because we were saying, this is good, because quite often these are plastic, but this is natural.
Yeah, it's natural material. So once this is faded and you're done with it, you can remove all the bits from it, and you could probably reuse this, maybe to make, because people are making wreaths throughout the year now,
We see them at Halloween now, don't you?
We see Halloween
not
ones
just
and
Christmas,
spring
I was going to
ones
say Easter.
Yeah, so you could reuse this, even if you reused it next year and made your own wreath next year. So I really do adore these. I would probably add some twinkly lights or something to it. You can add whatever you want to it, or just leave it as it is. I think it's gorgeous just as it is as well.
But we have reduced the price on these, don't forget. $14.99, they were $24.99. Also, we have got the wreath as well. Which is going to sound perfect for Bex, by the way.
That was a great shot.
Yeah,
liked it.
I moved a bit, not that close. There's our garland. That's the word I was looking for.
Garland. Yes, Judy. Hello, Judy.
Our garland. I am honestly buying several of these. I think they look amazing. You can see, look how full and plush they are.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. And I think,
look at that. That's really good.
These work so nicely with the wreath as well, because you've got that similar design. So if you can stretch to it and get the wreath and the garland, you've got that matching thing going on. Really thick, full and luscious with those designs on there, the decoration. On a windowsill, on the top of a mantle shelf, on your fireplace, or as I do with mine, get some cable ties and attach them to your banister.
Yeah, but they are really exceptional. And I've always been quite fanatical about Christmas decorations, even as when I was a child. I love them. And so I do look around, and even there's a big value supermarket, and they do fresh garlands, and they're really low price supermarket.
Yep.
Nowhere near the price and the quality of the ones that we've got. They're really, really good. And don't forget, club members, you get this for £13.50, give or take a penny. Oh yes.
Please make sure you're using the code YGTV48, because this will it'll unlock all the offers we've got. It'll unlock the free postage if you get over £30, but it will also enter your free gift into your basket, which, hey, who doesn't love a freebie?
Yeah, and I love
this particular freebie.
Well, we sold those on the show at $9.99. I think, if I remember right, we did a double-up deal where you could get 2 lots for £15, but we did sell them on the show. They are your free gift today with YouGarden TV. And don't forget, we don't want you to pay postage. We don't. So if you get your order to over £30, you will get free delivery. There is the odd exception. If you're putting in garden furniture, things like that, there would be postage. But generally speaking, all the plants, everything on the show, pretty much, you get free delivery on if you spend over £30 as well. So, Bex, we're back on Sunday, aren't we?
We are indeed. 10 o'clock until 2 o'clock this coming Sunday. A couple of items we haven't shown you yet, so we'll be bringing those in. Oh, yes, well done. And we've got a few price drops to let you know about as well.
Not things that you've seen on the show today, but there's a few things.
We've dropped the price.
Yeah. So do join us on Sunday, and please tell your friends and family about the show if you can.
Yes, please.
Spread the word. We'll be live on YouTube, Facebook, and on YouGarden.com this Sunday at 10 o'clock. Don't worry, Bex. I will bring some donuts and I will bring some lattes. Don't you worry. For myself, Shaun Ryan, presenter and plant man.
And me, Bex Edwards. It's been really nice having your company. Thank you.
Lovely. And we'll see you on Sunday at 10 o'clock. Happy gardening. Have a great day.